listening to Shoot and Scoot, the Flames of War Team Yankee Federation Narm and Great War podcast that tries to make sense of the weird and wonderful world of 15mm wargaming with our tongues firmly in our cheeks, our panzers flat to the ground, and our dice, more often than not, failing to shoot and scoot every episode. We invite you to join us on our many hobby misadventures on Facebook and on the blog at breakthroughassault.co.uk and to shop online at Battlefield Hobbies because Hammy has a Bunninggrad coming at the end of the month. If nice dice are your advice, then be sure to check out Dice of War, our podcast sponsor here at Shoot and Scoot. And if you need bunkers to bust or autobahns to go too fast on, then also head over to frontlineterrain.square.site, our awesome terrain sponsor.
Terrain.
If you'd like to contribute to this continued failed cross-check of a podcast, then you can also become a Patreon supporter by following the link on the Breakthrough Assault blog. Pay £1 a month for your chance to become internet famous. I'm Eddie Fez Turner, broadcasting from somewhere in the south of England. I'm joined by my co-host Duncan, Binless Tigers, a go-go Gosling.
Schwerpunkt.
And Lee, Rising Sun Parnell.
Big in the east.
Welcome to episode 91, the one where we go full Kony over Berlin. Lee, what are we talking about tonight?
Well, tonight we'll be saying hello to our new patrons in Internet Famous. We're talking about what we've been painting in Faces, Bases, Something. We'll be talking about what we've been playing in News from the Front. We'll then have a quick loose lips sync ships to what came out at Adepticon. Then go take a look at the German book, and then we'll do events, and then we'll shoot and scoot. So, Eddie, do you want to say hello to our new patrons for us?
I do. I want to have a massive internet hello, a big wave, to A. Rich Nutter. So, it's probably that Richard Branson bloke, right?
Hold on. Is it Rishi Sunak?
I don't think Nutter's strong enough of a word. For him?
I just meant I think he likes almonds. Hey!
As you can tell, we now have a soundboard, apparently.
Oh, God, and I'm in control. It's all going to go horribly wrong.
Yeah, we need to remove that button from Eddie's person.
Change for the big red button.
Yeah.
And also a big internet famous hello to Patrick Raymond Holt, precinct captain of the 99. Jeez.
Oh, God.
What happened there?
What? It's the thing on the thing, is it? Bone?
Oh, bone. You just
all I heard was
all the levels.
Scream.
So it just sounded like you've been assaulted by a Panzerfaust.
Yeah.
I was trying to do a bit where in 99 there with the whole bone. Just be a bone.
Bone. Kind of.
Sorry, no. I thought we were under attack.
I wasn't that loud. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's game over.
Game over, man. Game over.
Yes, so Rich Nutter and Patrick Raymond Holt, thank you very much for becoming our newest patrons. I look forward to talking to you over the Discord, which is also a Patreon exclusive.
Yeah, you sounded like a slightly old person then as well, describing new technology on the Discord.
I am getting to that point where
is that an app thing?
Technology has just started to become that little bit more difficult than it used to.
Yeah, we haven't got a tickety talk or anything. Yeah, a tickety talk.
I don't know, tickety talk.
But you can't have it if you're on a work phone if you're in the government. I mean, that doesn't make it,
But you can have tractors though.
Tractor related subjects.
Yeah, any tractor related subjects you want, just not TikTok.
Oh, look at that Massey Ferguson.
Oh, John Deere man, me.
Let's give that Russian a tug.
Exactly.
I should have seen that one coming, said the Russian.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the rims on that.
Oh, yeah. God.
I swear we'll get out of it without our system by, I don't know, episode 100 probably.
Well, we're already 15 minutes into recording and I still haven't stopped pushing the buttons. All right.
No.
Faces, Bases, Something.
Yep.
Who's been painting what?
Yeah, Duncan, what have you been painting?
Yeah, I still find it unsettling now that I know that I go first every time. I liked it when I thought that it was just an accident.
What? Episode after episode?
Correlation does not equal causation.
I mean, you're correct, but
apart from in
this instance, it absolutely does. All right. I have been painting Hungarians, hungry Hungarians. So I have done. I think I said last time that I'd done the second infantry platoon. I can't remember now. back in the mist of time. Maybe I didn't. But yeah, I've got another infantry platoon done now, and the formation commander. So I can do an infantry formation. So I think that's formation 3. Yeah, formation 3.
You have 3 formations of Hungarians.
Yes,
How
2
many,
of those
how
are
many games of Hungarians have you played?
0.
You know what? I don't like these.
Yeah, don't please no. I'm gonna get to the stage where like, oh, these are really hard. I don't. They're just like really basic Germans. They're like the Wish Germans.
When your mum says we've got Germans at home, these are the Germans that are at home. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, good. Well, I was thinking about that because I wrote that article about them, and it was like the Germans going, yeah, all of the Axis powers are equal in my eyes. They're all fine. And then everyone leaves the room apart from the Hungarians and goes, obviously not you, Hungary. You're my favourite. But so I've painted those and some 81mm mortars and some 37mm anti-tank guns with Kern granites, which is the Hungarian steel granite.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
I've just finishing 2 platoons of machine guns and 2 Bofors guns. And I've actually, by doing that, I've decreased my points cost per base.
Oh no.
Because they're all, so the machine guns are 2 points for 3 stands,
Mm-hmm.
and the Bofors guns are 2 points for 2 stands. And therefore, my average points per stand now sits at a 143. So 1.43 points per stand so far this year.
Oh my gosh.
Which is why I'm going to paint a tiger at some point, because I need to up them
Up
stats.
your point per model.
Those are rookie
Exactly.
numbers. You've got to get those numbers up in this game.
Well, it's 176 bases worth of stuff or teams of stuff, but not many points. And then I also made the mistake of adding up the points of all the stuff that I've got unpainted. I didn't like that number.
No.
It was 1,500 points.
Unpainted but assembled?
No, some of it's still unassembled.
Oh dear.
Oh, I'm sure that's a terrifying number.
Yeah.
It was 1,500 points that I knew of, because not everything's been documented. I've realised.
That way, loads madness.
It's like that. It's like that old meme. Is 1,500 a bad number? In V3, no. In V4, yes.
Yes.
Well, no, it's like the spreadsheet's wrong. Yes, it's definitely the spreadsheet that's wrong, not the number.
Yeah.
It's definitely wrong. So yeah, I'm now looking at some 100mm guns and some pack 40s because apparently having 89 in mid-war is now a bit of a problem. Like it's not really enough.
It's not enough. No, not with all the KVs running around.
All the KV5s, because there was millions of those. That's why the Soviets won the war, didn't
Yeah,
they?
the entirety of the war in Finland, all at once.
It ended in like 1944, didn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, brilliant. Well played, sir. No. It's the other one. It's the sad trombone.
It's a sad trombone.
Yeah, it's the sad trombone noise. Yeah. Yep. I don't think I want to play this game anymore. But yeah,
we've got to make it to 100 episodes. Just last 9 more months.
Yeah.
There's nothing saying we can't suddenly change the podcast.
Oh, we'll just start playing Fate of a Nation exclusively.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. And the other thing I've got on is I've channeled my inner Coxer, so I'm going to paint a grey tiger tank and some grey marders. So there we go. I'm going to do that. I'm going to troll people.
Did you say we're going to get to 100 episodes? I'm not so sure we're going to get to 100 episodes.
They're Marder 3Ms as well. They definitely weren't grey.
Duncan.
Never going to give you. Yeah.
This is the battle cry of the Adam Coxer army. You just hear that coming over the hill and you give up.
Yep.
Duncan, I'm not mad. I'm just very disappointed.
Oh, that's fine. That's the reaction I wanted. Intense disappointment.
You're just egging him on now.
Yeah. This is just your tears sustain me. Yeah. No, because I had some spares and I got some of those 3D printed tracks. So I thought I might I might respray them. I'm not sure yet. I actually forgot. I was doing a batch of undercoating and I forgot that, some of it shouldn't have been grey. I got a bit carried away. The tiger I can live with, but the other stuff might have to change.
Well, grey primer's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was rock brown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I meant more for painting models than the actual thing. But yeah,
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Barrels are grey.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I can live with it. The other thing is, and Gareth gets a shout out for this because I spoke to Gareth today at Battlefront, and he's come up with the most amazing objective idea, which I'm going to try and work out how to do. So, how many Stug Ds or Es were in North Africa?
2. We got three got there, and one got dropped in the port.
One
didn't it?
dropped to the sea.
Exactly. So, how can I do a Stug in a block of resin, water effect resin, that looks like it's in Benghazi Harbour?
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Come on now, that would be fantastic.
Just paint
that
the
would
top
be
of the
brilliant.
base blue.
No. I want it with fish in it and everything. Come on.
And then
That's
drive
gotta
it
be
around the
done. That's
board
nearly-
going, it's historically accurate. It just, it could have been there.
Exactly. I've got 3 of them.
I wonder if it's still in
You made
Benghazi
it.
Harbour. They didn't salvage it, did they?
I don't think so, no. It certainly never made an appearance. There was 2 that were both assigned to 90th Light Division.
Yeah, because they had that little half track for HQ, didn't they, back in the day?
Correct, yeah. But no, I don't think they ever got it out. So it's probably down there. It's probably worth a mint if it's in any condition.
Salt water, probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, exactly, but and also it's in just off the coast of Libya, so I'm not sure that that's a great idea.
I mean, Libya is fine these days, right?
Well, yeah,
We
I'm
liberate
sure
it.
they'll love
It's all good.
liberating. Oh, okay, yeah, freedom tank. So yeah, I did think that was a great idea for an objective, though. Just a waterlogged Stug. That's it. That's me. Yeah, mostly Hungarians that I'm going to be really disappointed with.
Sorry, I shouldn't have
Yeah.
said that, and I feel bad now.
No. It's you're absolutely right. It's like having children. You think, oh, this is a great idea, and then you have them, and you realise this is a terrible idea.
I'm about to say, do your kids actually listen to your podcast?
No.
That's good. Sorry, kids,
Well,
you're
no,
actually a bit of disappointment to me.
Yeah.
Well,
200
exactly,
years in the future.
My long-term healthcare plan, it's not working out economically viable. So that's what I'm saying.
Hello, reserve kidney 1. Hello, reserve kidney 2.
Exactly. Yeah. I could go into a care home. However, you'd love me living at your house, wouldn't you? But no, they don't listen to it unless I put it on in the car. So I might just put it on in the car.
I'll make for an awkward car journey. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. 3 hours. Also, what kind of sociopath would you have to be to listen to your own podcast over and over again?
I mean, I listened to it once, and that feels like enough. So
Exactly. I listened to it. What the episode 1 or each episode?
the one where I have to edit it to put YouTube on, so I kind of have to listen to it when you put the images in.
Yeah, to try and make sure it gets that gets through the safe word search or whatever it is.
Yeah, I've just edited it to get rid of all your bleeps.
Oh, stream bargains.
I mean, people don't know that you just swear every other word, and I normally just cut it out. But now,
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is my telephone voice. I sound more like sort of
Alf Garnett.
No, I was calling it Alf Ramsey from EastEnders. No, from Home and Away. Sorry, Home and Away. There you go, Darren. Google that. Strike me, Rowan, woman.
I'm sure Home Alone must have made it Canada.
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Home Away, sorry.
I'm sorry, Macaulay Culkin.
I'm sure Home Alone made it to Canada as well.
It'd be a very really polite version though, where the burglars break in and then clean the house.
Put presents under their tree.
And apologise.
Oh, I betcha.
That was me.
Okay.
Who's next? Lee?
I always forget who's next. Duncan, you're next, right?
Let's give you a Duncan Loophole episode. Just going to Duncan over and over again.
Angry rant. And another thing.
It's going to be a Duncan Heavy episode. No one's got an excuse for turning it off. I've been painting 10mm chieftains, which I think I might have started on the last episode.
Yes.
They're for my dad's end gauge. So they're all done now. So that was cool. Little
Very nice.
PSC.
However, that's the thin end of the wedge, isn't it?
Yeah, now you start expanding that scope. Now wants to have like little loading teams and have their Land Rovers and stuff next to it. So
No, he wants some Soviets to, go on the other end of the railway.
Outside the train track.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it starts. I'm going to get him into 10mm wargaming. That's it. And now I've just finished painting second Blood Angel Tactical Squad for Horus Heresy. Resplendent in their blue-green armour and all with their Alfarius name tags on. And I'll just literally just right now trying to get the Dreadnought posed up, because that's going to be the next thing, the Contemptor Dreadnought.
Very nice.
With the magnetised arms, because you get all of them now,
the arms are fixed, but I magnetised weapon mounts, so I can swap the weapons around. But I kind of wish I put a magnet on the top so I could magnetise the Havoc missile launcher, which I hadn't thought about at the time.
Ooh.
It's too late now.
Do you want that? I don't know if you want that.
Every shot, I mean, what? It's like extra 10 points. You get like a blast template each turn, strength 5, arm 5.
I see you've looked at the rules. I was just going from an aesthetic point of view because it looks like he's got a gun head.
It's not. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not particularly pretty. That's why I probably wasn't going to use it the first time. So.
What you need to do is get an old school cyclone launcher, put that on the top.
Yeah, it's kind of, I was looking at this because I didn't realise in the previous version of the rules you could have cyclone launchers, and for some reason they've dropped that in this rule. Although it does appear in the rules in the actual weapon summary. So who knows?
Brilliant. Comprehensive.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's going to be the next project. So I'm going to see more blue-green stuff. If you follow Break for Assault Plays, you'll see it all there as it gets done.
Yeah, all the side projects, all of the time.
Yeah, all the non-Battlefront stuff.
Yeah.
Eddie, what have you been up to?
I'm frantically thinking of what I've actually painted since the last time.
I mean, nothing. You've been working at your Italian army, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've been disappointed by your Americans.
I think I built some Americans, and then that was about it.
Scale models. You did a scale model.
I did. Oh, I did a day of scale modelling where I got halfway through 2 1/72 scale kits. But I think I talked about it last week, didn't I?
I don't know.
The last podcast? It's
maybe.
all blurring into one.
Let's say no.
But surely, if you spent all day and you got halfway through 2 172 kits,
oh my god!
Can you just spend the day doing one 172 kit?
No, because one of them was already quarter the way through.
Oh, right.
So it was
I feel
half and a quarter, so which would have been 3/4. It's still not a complete model.
But it'd be, 1 3/4 complete model, right?
Duncan, the project manager, is just dying.
No, just like, oh my god, why is it 3/4 done and you're putting it away?
Because it's in a little box with the rest of the bits. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
It's fine, mate. Don't worry about it. So not much progress there. A lot of progress in the sorting of the stash, both inside the house and in the lockup locations 1 and 2.
Was that sorting or salting? Like, as in I sort the earth?
Yeah. Sorting through and rearranging and putting all of my Germans in together and finding all my Brits and going, oh, I forgot I had that entire LRDG company army and
just sell it.
No, because I want to play Battle Group with it.
Oh,
because I've got the books, I've got the tokens, and now I've got the models. I just need to make and paint them forever. Now I'm working towards having a more sustainable hobby setup. So all of my V3 books,
carbon neutral.
Yeah, carbon neutral.
I was going to say, all right, Greta.
Yeah. How dare you?
That's it. We're going to lose our audience now. We've gone woke. You know what they say? Go woke, go broke.
Do woke. No, I've put all of my V3 hardback books are now residing under the bed. They've come off the shelf. Because I realised, apart from looking through,
because they're smutty.
No, just because part of looking through them, the only time I looked through them was for the Italy stuff, and it's like, well, assuming that rumor, whatever they said in the video was true, that won't get Italy for V4 soon. So I was like, well, actually, they're all going under. So all of my V3 books now just stored away, leaving up shelf space for putting my model tray and everything ready there, so I can just pull it out, do some hobby, put it back away in the little bit of time that I get to do that, rather than having to kind of collect everything each time, if that makes sense. As well, the only one I didn't put away, though, is my Villas Bocage book, because that is my very first ever Flames of War book. So that has pride of place in my collection of books.
Okay.
But no, yeah. just lots of hobby adjacent work. Regrettably, I don't think I've actually progressed anything yet. But I've been very busy with work and cadets and family and things like that, and going to gigs and living life outside of the hobby. So I thought that was a bit naff. So I've actually taken tomorrow off just to do some painting.
Hold on, did you say living life outside of?
It's a new thing for me. Apparently, it's all about like balance or something. I don't know. You shouldn't be obsessed with.
I don't understand your frame of reference.
Yeah, I mean it's a slow progression, and it has been like death by 1,000 cuts. I now no longer sleep on half of a bed covered in sprues.
Oh my god!
Because
you're an animal.
Yeah, I know. I think
honestly,
when I think back to the dark days, it was pretty bad. It was. I wish I'd taken pictures, but I really don't because I know what it was like.
What? Yeah, I was gonna say, why would you document that? Surely
that's the sanitized version where you roll over and you've got.
I mean,
Lee, have you got Hoarder's number?
Well done, Tacey. You have apparently managed to civilise Eddie to some extent. So
bit by bit, I'm becoming more civilized, and as the grey hair comes through, it's becoming more a case of like this probably isn't sustainable to be, living this way, especially not with someone else's floating across the Atlantic to join me. So yeah, we're becoming more, balanced. I want to say.
Oh my god.
Right
now talk about your gaming, what you did last weekend, and then let's talk about balance.
I only played 7 games of Flames of War in a weekend.
Well, exactly.
And then Monday night went straight off to play a game with Necromunda.
Oh my god!
I mean that's balanced, right?
Yeah. It's about as balanced as your list.
I can't talk about that yet. That's secret security clearance.
This ETC is serious business. First rule ETC club is you don't talk about ETC club.
Loose lips sink ships. When it is published,
have you got a special handshake?
When it's published, then I can talk about it. But until then,
do you have a special handshake?
It's why you never know someone's gone to ETC because they never talk about it.
I'm holding all of my unit cards close to my chest. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god!
So
Jesus.
No, I had 7 games of Flames of War. Intense, playing the new missions, which are quite interesting actually.
How were they? Yeah, how were the new missions?
It is just a tweak of the originals. Some of them were kind of scratching their heads going, why would you do that? That makes it harder for the guy who always lost anyway.
That's what I was thinking when I was looking for a mission pack, so I was kind of curious.
Something like that's a bit weird. And then some of them just make it more aligned with the theme of the mission.
Right.
Which I think was good. Like the objectives going live a couple of turns earlier really does force.
I noticed one of them was like a fight and withdrawal.
Yeah.
But the delay starts a turn later. You start doing turn 3 rather than turn 2.
We didn't play all of them because, of course, we're playing new lists and with the new missions. So it's probably one variable too many, but not really. Because it was.
Yeah. Am I going to have to learn new scenarios? I haven't learned the old ones.
You don't need to learn them. You just need to make sure you actually read them. In fact, learning is probably worse. Because if you read them every time and formulate a plan with what you've got and the terrain you've got, because that's huge. Because one of the things is if you mess up, the mission may be the mission. You may have one way of playing it, but you look at the board and go, "Well, crap, that's not going to work because there's a hill there." And actually, that negates all of that low, short terrain. So I can't send that unit; it will get shot to death.
98s can't cover the entire table.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. There's a bit of that, and it's really interesting quite how much that first board assessment and deployment area choice assessment can really, really swing a game. I mean, obviously, it's true if you've played a couple of games, but if you're starting off, you can literally win or lose the game. Almost by just going, I'll have that corner.
Yeah.
Which was good. It was good fun. But that's gaming. So painting hobby wise, not much. Sorry. Feel bad. But hey.
Never gonna give you
the only way is up. Baby.
Oh no, please. Not Yaz.
Now, if you put that on, it really will turn to an 80s school disco.
That's for the 100 episode special.
Hold on.
What have you been playing? Dunk.
I played a single game of of 7 Days to the River Rhine.
Oh, nice. Phalanx.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry.
that's race to
No,
the
it's
Rhine.
yeah. This is I can't remember who it is now, but they've got that small shop.
Great Escape.
up
No, that's not Great
north.
Escape, is it? It's
That's the one. Yeah, it's them.
Is it Great
Oh.
Escape?
It's Great
It's
Escape
Great Escape.
Games.
You're right. Sorry,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, but it's different. It's very different to Team Yankee in that you need I think we had 15 things.
Oh, this is the Moderns
and
one.
I think yeah. So we had Luke and I did it, and we had Chieftains with an FE432 platoon and a couple of Milans against Soviet T-64s, BMP2s, and some BRDMs, and it works okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's a bit war mastery in that you can go multiple times. You have to take a check for things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's.
So you can
You take a Slovak instead.
multi-activation. Pardon?
Because me and Nathan tried it out when it came out, and I basically had my T-72 East Germans versus his West Germans. I recall him basically just Ramboing this one Leopard 2 and just causing absolute havoc by doing as he did it.
It can be a bit swingy, but I mean it's fine. It's a good game.
Yeah.
You need quite a big space though, because there's no range bracket for anything apart from
Infantry weapons.
And even then I think it's some of the missile weapon systems like the Law, I think.
Yeah. But there's one bit that I didn't like when we play it was the way the reaction. We basically end up having these two infantry teams staring off against each other. Neither of us want to move it, because if we do, the enemy will react and inevitably kill the infantry stand. So just had these two stands just sort of staring at each other because no one wanted to move.
You need to work out some way of putting some stress tokens on them or whatever it is, some morale tokens, so they there's a jeopardy in firing. But yeah, it can get a bit like that. And what we found is that if you attacked, you died.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be a bit careful with that. I think we did 800 points, so next time we might do it a bit more lopsided. So just the attacker gets, I don't know, 1,500 or 1,600 points or whatever it is, and the defender gets 1,000, and see how that works out. But other than that, yeah, it was pretty good. It's a good fun game, but it's not the usual.
Yeah.
Bit of a palate
Well, we might
cleanser.
give it another go. We must get a game in the future, but just give it a go.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You do need the tokens because they do help quite a bit in terms of just managing the game. But yeah, they're fine. And I think you need to stick to a few units, if that makes sense, because like any rule set, the more variables you add in, the harder it is to pick up. So I think we had I had 3 or 4 different things to worry about, and that was it.
Yeah, it feels like a more skirmishy than Team Yankee does. It's more. It's not quite a platoon level
100%.
game. It feels like it's still a company, but it's very much just literally the company rather than all the support assets you get in Team Yankee and stuff.
Exactly, but it is obviously freeform, so you can do what you want. You can just buy whatever points you want, or you can go for a historical TOE and just do it that way. But yeah, I mean, helicopters and stuff we've played around with a bit, but yeah, mostly we've just stuck to infantry vehicles and infantry. Tanks and things like that, armored fighting vehicles and infantry.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was pretty good. I think that's been it. Yeah, no flames of war at the moment.
That's good.
Just getting my Hungarians ready to disappoint them. I can only disappoint.
I was just thinking of the Manson song as well.
Yeah.
That's got all the same age. Let's just call this one's kids. I think all I played was Quartermaster General with Eddie.
Oh, that's the board game, right?
Yeah, Ian Brody.
We're going to play some Flames of War down Diceleon, but thankfully Diceleon, they're very, very busy on Fridays, and Leaf got to put the table until Thursday. At which
And they
point,
Ooh.
Lee found
sold-
the tables were fully booked.
sold out of all gaming space. Incredible.
Even the booths, that's been rammed in that day.
All the booths, everything, amazing. I mean,
Well, that's really
it's
good
a
news,
fantastic problem to have. I'm really happy for them.
Yeah.
So,
because there's quite a lot of gaming space as well. It's
Yeah.
not like they're.
There's
There's only 2
there's
tables.
8 games tables. Because the two in the back there was a board game, card game monster. The two in the back were reconfigured back to being cards. I mean, obviously got the booths, and there's like 12 of those. So yeah, it's, when they ram like that, that's a lot of revenue to bring in, which is obviously keeps them alive, so we can play better days
and buy more toys. I mean, no, just play games and eat pizzas.
Yeah, otherwise we're going to bring that New Year's resolution back in, Eddie. No new stuff. 1 in, 1 out.
Two. Well, it's going to be 2 out, 1 in.
Yeah, how's that going so far?
Pretty good. Pretty good, I think. I've been doing all right. He says.
This party political broadcast brought to you by.
No, I'm trying to think. The only thing I've had to, get is obviously the bits for the ETC, but that's slightly different.
That's quiet stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, super secrets doesn't exist.
Yeah, you have to say the loud part's soft and the soft part loud.
Yeah. I've been doing all right. I'm trying to think now. I'm like, what did I buy last? No, that was.
Well, I was going to say that sounds very much like you're convincing yourself.
I was just reality checking myself, just being like, no, I got some Necromunda bits, but I think that's actually.
Hold on, you went to didn't you go to Warhammer World?
No, that was for my birthday back in January. I am going to Warhammer World this weekend again for my friend's birthday.
There we go.
And
I need to get you some an order then.
Yeah, and then 3 weeks' time is Salute. And the week after that is Bunninggrad at Battlefield Hobbies.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I really need to paint. If I could paint, I don't know, 500 models tomorrow, then that would be great.
You don't need that many, do you?
No, but I want to buy like 250, so I need to paint 500. It's a shopping list. It's good. It's focused.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So
sorry, did you just say it's focused?
It's focused on what it used to be.
Oh, okay. It's everything's relative, I guess.
Yeah. It used to be like food money or toys, and it was like, oh, toys. I can live off. Live off spruce soup with green stuffed meatballs, right?
That's like saying the Sahara is nice and lush and fertile compared to the Atacon.
The funniest thing that ever happened was when I was working for Games Workshop, and they were like, "Oh, you can have your 50% staff discount, but you can pay for orders in the web store through wage deduction." So you clicked a little box at checkout, and then the wage deduction would come out of your next paycheck.
Is that not morally?
Well, it's like an 18th century corporate town.
it's Games Workshop, isn't it? They don't care. I never managed it, but I did want to save up enough money just that I could pay. I'd be in a position where I could just blow my last entire paycheck on hobby and see if anyone said anything. The answer is no, because my colleague who used to work in the same store got very, very drunk one night and ordered enough towel with pay by wages that it would have blown out his last paycheck. That he actually had to phone them up and cancel the order. He woke up the morning after and was like, "Oh, what did I do last night? It was a really good night. Yeah, we got really drunk and had a great time." And then he looked at his email inbox and went, I can't afford that.
That's too
the
much
hilarious
money.
part was it was towel.
Oh, no one likes towel.
No, poor
Stupid
space cows.
Peace frogs. Yeah. No, they're not cows, they're frogs, aren't they? They got 3 toes and they're all like, oh yeah,
head vaginas.
What?
They got head vaginas. Those weird little things in the top in their heads.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Hold on, wait a minute. No, it's the da-dumch. You're getting that wrong. It's the da-dumch. You need for that one.
See, I don't get this. It's technology. Oh
my god, there's only 3 buttons.
You just got to Google towel head vaginas. I'm telling you.
I am not good. My search history is screwed
Yeah,
enough as it is.
Darren. Poor
I
Darren.
can't.
He's on all the watch lists.
Yeah,
Not for the good
not
reasons.
through anything of his own.
Oh, right.
Loose lips. Loose
loose-
lips.
loose
Sink ships.
Loose lips, towel, head pieces.
Yeah, so 40k 10th edition.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Are
Yeah.
you?
Because I
Why?
only bought one second-hand 9th edition codex for like a tenner. So I'm not... I bought the core set when it came out. Actually, I bought 2 core sets when it came out. Sold the second core set, which paid for both of them when it went out of production like 2 weeks later. So I basically
That's
got
Games Workshop.
a core set for free. So I don't really care about the rule book that's going out of fashion. And I bought 1 codex. So that is my complete... Oh, and a card pack. So I'm going to be down a £15 card pack and a £10 codex. I'm down 25 quid.
When did 9th edition come out?
Yes, 2.5 years
Does
ago.
anyone know?
Before / during lockdowns.
You see, the gap between editions is getting smaller. At
No, I
this rate,
think
at this rate, by 2030, 2 editions will come out in the same month.
Yeah.
It's like the gap between Tory MPs, PMs.
PMs, Prime Ministers every week. Prime monthly.
Wait a minute, you're not Liz
Yeah.
Truss.
Do you think when they were ordering Tory Prime Ministers, they just clicked instead of order 1, they ordered the monthly subscription by accident? They keep turning up.
They got 15%
They keep
discount.
turning up.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Disappointing month.
No, 10th edition. I'm super excited for Warhammer because it looks like they're fixing. I mean, what's going to happen is they'll do all the promises they said. They'll cut back everything. It'll be really streamlined. It'll be really sleek, and then they'll try to put more stuff in to make it deeper and more complicated, and they'll end up just like 9th. However,
And 8th.
What-
And
and
7th. And
and
6th.
but they've
And
fixed. They really. I mean, they're not shying away from fixing things that are fundamentally, quote unquote, wrong. Okay.
Like like what's his name?
Matt Ward.
Matt Ward.
Yeah, they've Matt Ward is now taken that back and shot.
they
fixed him. Yeah.
That sounds like they castrated him.
Chemically castrated him. They
Yeah.
using the ink,
All the
ink
best
in
kind.
the Space Marine Codex. No, so things like leadership is now, instead of rolling equal to or under, it's now equal to or over, like every other stat line.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I know you don't like that. You don't like change. You're the curmudgeon.
Nope.
That's your position.
Don't like that.
That's-
Doesn't
do you
make
play,
any sense.
Do you play 40k? There we go,
Probably
then.
not. Oh, hold on. Hold on.
This is what we mean.
I've got a
I
right
didn't realize
to
anybody was going to take it so seriously. At all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am excited about it, though.
Oh, that's fine. It's hobby
fine.
frothing. It's hobby,
That's all good.
frothing. It's
That's what I do.
I just don't understand the wound thing now, though, because they got lots of wounds on things. I thought things only had one wound, generally.
It's a way
And
to
everything's
get
had, like,
over
lots
the
of wounds.
toughness, I think. And to just...
The toughness.
Yeah, so the toughness wasn't granular enough, I think, because it worked when you use the strength versus vehicles, but now vehicles are big. Yeah, essentially, a vehicle is a monster, a multi-wounded infantry model with a toughness value. They've had to increase the damage value that weapons do to make them work against vehicles, and the strength. It's a sign of the vehicle rules not really working for the way that they are doing it trying to simplify it down and not have armor versus toughness and just have like the one value. They've stumbled into another problem where actually, because you've removed the granularity there, you've therefore means that
They've done the same thing in Horus Heresy, in that because they turn the Contemptors and Leviathans so that they got a wound count rather than an armor count. It's now almost impossible to kill one.
Oh, fantastic! I'm choosing the right good moment to start painting mine. Then.
Yeah, they're just really tough because you got to do like 6 or 7.
Oh my
wins.
god, Italy!
Whereas
what am I thinking? Of course, I played Flames of War. I went to the barn.
Oh, you did? Yeah, sorry.
I did. It's just you guys weren't there.
Oh, Mike's going to be so angry. No,
that's fine because Nathan will be happy because you talking about Dreadnoughts. Nathan was playing Horus Heresy, and I was like, "Oh, so how's it going then?" Because I'm excited to get my Blood Angels on the table, my actual Blood Angels, not our Ferris ones. And Nathan was like, "Oh yeah, Horus Heresy, the game where if you have the most dreadnoughts, you win." We played on the barn table with the massive Italian hills, and it was absolutely epic. I was defending with my Fallschirmjäger. It was, oh gosh, I can't remember who my teammate was. It's got a 2-letter nickname.
BT.
Is it BT?
Yeah, Ian. Yeah,
Ian. There we go. I don't know. Yeah, there's a history there that I don't know, but a cool guy. He had his Panzergrenz, was on the other hill, and we were being attacked by British coalition forces of Mike Everest and Dave Madigan, Mad Dog, with his
Gentleman Dave.
Gentleman Dave. Yeah, it's really fun. They ran forward and punched us in the face with British and Gurkha assaults. It was insane. But those hills are wicked.
That's pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
They are really good to play on.
I'm liking the look of his new project as well. The big
the big
hilltop
town
village. Yeah.
Yes, they're going to be so good for the Italian games. So we're basically play testing the house rules for the hills, and essentially, I think we just brought it back into its short concealing terrain, or it's just concealing terrain with the cross check across the whole thing, because it just makes it that much of a gut buster to attack. And anything else gets really complicated with the different levels and the different bits across and things like that. But no, it's a real good game. My FJs just they got obliterated to a man before my reserve Panthers even turned up, so he got a company break. It was brutal. It was really brutal. But that's because I couldn't roll a 3+ and 2 dice, which doesn't help.
Oh yeah, the curse of fearless veteran
it was like,
troops.
oh, I'm going to break away now. Oh, I'm going to break away now. Oh.
Yep. These guys are really good.
That's right. When I see there's a reroll. Oh no, they're still going. Okay. Oh dear. But yeah, no, fantastic. So we're playing, and then Nathan was playing Heresy, and that's when we're talking about Heresy, and that's going to be one of the issues. I think that's why things in 40k 10th edition have multiple wounds.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at Adepticon.
On the subject of the podcast, so at Adepticon, obviously Battlefront were there, and there was some of the new sprues one show. So there was
the mouse.
Yeah, I wasn't going to leave with that one. I was going
a moose loose about this hoose.
Oh no, that's it's because I'm going to get 3
just to annoy me. They get painted grey as well. Yeah,
yeah, 6.
They're painted grey. Yeah,
they're going to be desert colours.
It is a big kit. By looks of it, I mean, compared to the King Tiger, it was just off shot. It looks huge, as it should do, and it looks.
They didn't use the chassis for anything else, did they?
It was just basically an evolutionary dead end because the E series were going to be, what was going to go into production.
Yep.
And unfortunately, the problem with the mouse is it's just a big slab side thing with no real interesting to it as a model.
You have to look deeper to find the character of a mouse.
Wow, that's a profound statement.
Mine's going to be called Mickey.
Michael Mouse, yeah. Michael.
And so the mouse. We also had an IS-3, plastic IS-3.
Yes,
must be good for the Fate Nation chaps.
Is it historically accurate and the front splits open after you drive it down the street?
Possibly. They had the S-Tank, which obviously we knew was coming because
that's Team Yankee, right?
That's Team Yankee. Yeah, so that's Team Yankee Swedish tank. Well, it's really an assault gun.
It's not an assault gun.
It's classed as a tank. It's a tank. And they also had something I kind of expecting, but I wasn't sure if they were going to do it. A French Leclerc tank, which is the 1990s French main battle tank.
Ooh,
so
Leclerc.
Sort of contemporary to the Leopard 2 and the Challenge and that kind of thing.
Oh.
So it was the first European main battle tank to have an autoloader.
Oh wow!
As an actual production tank.
So how many crew do they have then?
Well, it's still in service now. It has 3. So commander, gunner, and a loader. And driver.
I thought you were about to say 5, and they just do half a job each.
Oh yeah, there's a thing there about maybe still having a 4th crewman just to handle like all the UAV systems and battle management kind of thing. But that's a more contemporary discussion.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something in various studies on. So look at what will replace Challenger 3 effectively. What will it look like? And it's so having a fourth body is still kind of handy, even if it's not loading.
Hold on, did you say Challenger 3?
Challenger 3 is the upgrade to Challenger 2. They put their a new turret on the Ryan Mattel 120.
I'm sorry. Are you suggesting that we, the great British people of Great Britain, have a French mainline battle tank?
No, it's not. It's talking about the concept.
It's a British tank with a German turret.
Yeah, and a German gun like they've always had.
And what you just said is precisely the reason why we didn't get Leopard 2s, because I guess no one in the MOD liked the idea of having had a sun react if we bought a German Panzer.
Exactly, the Daily Mail having a conniptions.
Man.
But yeah, so that's cool. So we know that this year we should be seeing the Northern Front book, which will deal with Sweden amongst others.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been
Sweden and friends.
And we know that it's going to be a Free Nations book, so that seems to hint that the French are going to get a glam up.
Nice.
Do you reckon there'll be anything for the Dutch there? Have they got anything left?
I mean, they
Marines.
might. Yeah. So, oh god, if they did like started actually doing serious Marines and that kind of thing, and Dutch Marines and Royal Marines, that'd be brilliant. I suspect that if they wanted to, they could squeeze to having the later Leopard in for the Dutch, but it's a big jump for the Germans, let alone putting it in for the Dutch.
What the Arrowhead?
It'd be really cool if they put the F-16 in, so Dutch had their own flight support rather than these German stuff. Their own helicopters, but yeah, I tell you, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, all I'm really putting money on is the French getting, like, say, the Clerk, and maybe that's gonna be react period, so probably not. And then the Canadians getting their Cougar wheeled APC vehicle. That's sort of hinted at in Red Dawn. It's sort of showing the silhouette on the maps.
Stacey, as in what you call it, Stifler's
Got
mum.
going on, yes.
American Pie.
Yeah. So it's all good stuff. And the plastic IS-3 was really not something I was expecting to see. So
it's going to look so good in desert.
Do you think is that because the tanks? Is that the tanks?
I suspect it's being driven by World Tanks.
Hooking.
Yeah, massively, and that's also why the post-war stuff. Because I don't think they can stop at the mouse because World Tanks doesn't.
No. And really, if you're Battlefront, what do you do after the late war? You do a 1946 book and have all the hypothetical stuff. So you have the early model Centurions, because you're doing a Centurion kit. So why not put the extra turret on and do an early model Centurion? You're up there.
Conqueror.
Oh, Conqueror's more like Conqueror's kind of weird because it won't be in the sort of like Checkpoint Charlie era because it's gone by then. It's a bit early for doing a 1946 book, but maybe. So yeah, interesting stuff. We'll see how it all pans out over the next few months, hopefully.
Yeah, no, that wasn't even rumoured, some of that stuff either, was it? Like the mouse had been rumoured.
Yeah, the mouse had been mentioned by Pete a few times.
Yeah.
The Leclerc had been speculated on, but never been mentioned by Battlefront, I can recall. The S-Tank had been, and as soon as the Swedes got announced, everyone knew that was going to be along. And like I said, a plastic IS-3 wasn't even on my radar. I'm glad it's appearing. I'll certainly make good use of them for the Egyptians.
I've got a lot of reservations.
This is like even Horus Heresy, though.
Yeah. I liked this before it was cool. Hobby hipster.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it's painful. I don't like it. Was there anything else that came out at Adepticon that we care about?
That I care about?
There's probably some Malifaux or something. Yeah.
Malifaux. Is Malifaux still a thing?
No, I was just saying that.
Male fox, as I call it.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just thinking. I don't think I saw much.
Well, I found it was quite funny. The reason
that
the sneak preview for the Battlefront stuff was on a BattleTech hex board was because they've made BattleTech scale buildings for the Battlefield in a Box range.
Yeah. Which, when their Kickstarter for the next BattleTech thing is like already far surpassed its target and hit
oh my god,
$5 million.
$5 million, yeah.
BattleTech's cool again.
It's a great game.
My BattleTech was always cool. Bounds.
Yep.
Was it?
Getting your mecha
when was that then?
1990s.
Oh,
still playing it. Go for Games Club.
think that passed me by.
Well, I'm gonna be back in the Kickstarter and get a couple company boxes. So
Got to be quick though. It's running out, isn't it?
What? What's that?
Isn't it? When's it finish?
I think it's got a few days left. That's what I advertised earlier.
Sorry, advertising. 15 days to
if
go.
not, I'll have to borrow my friend's. Ask him if he can get on his pledge or something. But we'll do this, and then we're going to force you to play it and actually get into it.
Oh God,
It's $4.9
million,
which is £3.9 million.
When's the delivery date on it though?
It says never. We're running off to Barbados. Screw you all. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, 2025.
That's good. I can clear some of my backlog in that case.
Clear some backlog.
Getting you a sweet bushwhacker.
You mean the pile of opportunity?
Yeah. It's not a pile of problems. It's a pile of potential.
Hobby potential.
Exactly, pile of potential.
Anyway, shall we talk to the bit everyone actually wants to hear, which is the Berlin.
We should.
Oh no, I thought we were just trolling people. I thought that was the April the 1st thing that we were just going to.
The Armored Trade Record podcast you've been listening to is Shoot and Scoop.
Yeah.
It's all been spoiled anyway.
People want our take on it.
That is a part of it. Although, Lee, you do sound like you've gone underwater for some reason.
It's because he's in the year 3000
I know why.
now.
Just give me a sec.
There we go. Yes, let's talk about the new Berlin, Germany.
Is it new?
Forces on the Eastern Front, 1945.
I mean, Forces is doing a lot of heavy lifting, isn't it? Forces.
A giant panther. Yeah, Forces. It should be Force.
Yes, exactly.
The Force. I mean, yeah, gravity's a force. It's very... Oh, geez. Yeah, so nothing says Berlin, Germany, other than a Panther G with IR gear. And I'm just seeing now, on the back, they've actually got the little welded...
tank rider thing, section, yeah.
God, what are the tank riders called now? What are they called?
Begliet.
Begliet.
Yeah,
they've got little welded steel plates, and in the background there's the yoo-hoo, owl. It's just such a German thing. It's Panzer Grenadier.
Yeah.
Schmetterling. Yoo-hoo. It's mein handy. Yeah, cutting down a load of Soviets.
Mm-hmm.
It's good cover art still. Just can you do this as posters, boys? I'm just saying.
Can you?
I think they did. Every so often they do it. I think.
Yeah, but what you want is A3, the coinciding art pieces, because obviously they're opposed books. They go together.
Mm-hmm.
Just that. No artwork, whatever. Maybe the Flames of War logo in one corner or whatever.
A3 is that all?
Well, I think so.
A1. I mean, giant poster.
Yes, true. But
framed.
At that point,
it's a statement piece.
I guess
it's a statement piece.
It is a statement piece.
The statement is, I love yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo. Oh, man. So, Berlin, Germany, and then scrolling through, the first archive picture is the infamous Panzer turret dug into the street.
Before that, we get the map on the inside where there sure are a lot of arrows in Germany now.
Yeah. There's some blue arrows for the Western Allies. There's some red arrows for the Soviets. Where's the German arrows?
Königsberg. I can't find that on the map. I keep looking. There's enough.
No, a little circle, and it says Berlin, and then that's it.
It's the 11th Panzer Army. It's coming. Don't worry. It's definitely on this map.
Shakily removes his spectacles.
Yeah.
But it's a cool picture, like I said, that there are the panzer, literally a panzer dug into the middle of a road with all the shell casings around it.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's just, you can't even imagine. Just this is where I'm gonna fight and defend, right? This is we're definitely gonna win this defensive battle. This isn't my tomb at all.
Look, when you're fighting in your capital, things are not going well.
Yeah.
Well, by this point, things hadn't been going well for what, 3 years? 4 years?
Yeah. Oh. All right.
And when we get to...
Any new special rules?
Yes.
A few, isn't there?
There is. We get the local militia rule, which is basically hit Volkstrurm and hit the Jugendbataillons, we'll get into a bit later, count as being worth 0 points when calculating reserves. So basically, they're always on the table.
Which is important because the reserve ruling, because I got this confused, this is the same as my partisans.
Right.
At one point, I got very confused, and then I remember it's because you tend to think of it as I have to have 40 points off. But the actual reserves ruling is you can't deploy more than 60%.
On, yeah.
On. So 0 points being on doesn't count for anything.
Correct. So you got 60 plus this, plus this, plus this, plus this.
Yeah. Plus this, plus this, plus this. Oh,
wait, there's nothing left.
My entire army is local militia.
I still don't think that's a great thing.
I remain to be convinced. And then we've got some night fighting rules.
Yeah.
So infrared, roll 2 dice and choose a high score for your night visibility.
If you're a Team Yankee player, a lot of this is already going to be familiar to you.
Oh yes, exactly. IR searchlight. Basically, you got a 32-inch infrared sight to go. You can see this, and our teams can just shoot it.
See, I was annoyed at this because for future proofing, I would have put in the rule that other teams at infrared can shoot back at you.
Hold on.
Because the thing with infrared searchlight is you light yourself up for everyone with infrared night gear.
Yeah.
And in a tourney game, you could potentially have a red on red where you have 2 German forces with infrared firing each other.
True, that's a shame.
IR searchlight should light yourself up. Plus, if you could do 1946, where the Western Allies start getting IR, then.
Can I ask a question on that? When you just described it,
yeah,
you just said that. So they use the searchlight to light up the target, and then other infrared teams can shoot it.
Yeah. So basically, if you imagine like with white light, you turn the searchlight on.
Yep.
Everything around where the searchlight's pointing, everyone can see.
But
now imagine you turn that on, but an infrared searchlight, and now everyone with infrared goggles can see that, like as if it was a white light searchlight. But if you haven't got that, you can't see anything beyond maybe a dim purple glow from the searchlight.
Right. Enough. Okay. Cool. So it's just doubling down on your infrared troops.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it removes your dice roll for your infrared troops. It means that you go, I can see that.
They're already rolling 2 dice.
2 dice picking the highest for the vision, but actually this means you don't have to worry about that. You go, I can see these guys.
And also you can see further than 24 inches because the searchlight can go 32.
Oh, yes, because it's D6 times 4.
Yeah, so it basically means you top out 24 with a really good roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, times 2, sorry. D6 times 2 then. No, times 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Science, maths, night fighters. In a force with night fighters as attacker and mission meeting engagements, the player may attack at night. A meeting engagement.
Not a.
That's a big thing because there's no minefields.
Correct.
So in a force with night fighters, if a force with night fighters is the attacker in a mission without the meeting without the meeting engagement rule.
Yeah. See, but this means it's better than night attack because you can use this in missions in those missions that don't have minefields that are meeting engagements. There are a few like that.
And then units from the formation with night fighters can move freely from the start of the game. Other units from other formations or the support in the force, unless equipped with infrared, may not move out of the deployment area while the game is played in darkness, but can move when dawn breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good because it means that you can take support panthers and give them infrared, and then they can go forward.
Yes, because you have a non-infrared tank platoon in your formation, and they can move because they're part of the formation.
Yes.
You might say have the panthers as well. Yeah.
And then the Yoo-hoo tank team basically is like a mini transport thing, so it's not a fighting unit.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a whole load of rules for sending it to the rear and bringing it up. So basically, once it's done its job, once dawn's gone, you can just get rid of it, and it's got a searchlight on it. But there's a whole section of rules to stop independent team wonkiness from happening.
Yeah.
And then we go on, and we've got some more pretty maps.
More lines getting very close into Germany. Yep.
Yes, pretty much. Forward.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So, but it's like I love this little table in the corner.
I've just seen that.
Facing Army Group A.
I know Duncan had seen it because he went, "Oh dear."
A 9-to-1 infantry ratio, a 10-to-1 artillery ratio, and a 10-to-1 tank ratio. And slightly better for Army Group Centre because it's only a 3-to-1 infantry ratio, a 3.51 artillery ratio, and a 5-to-1 tank ratio.
That's mad.
But other than that, it's all going swimmingly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's that thing? You need 5 T-34s to take out one Panther. Well,
We
have
10.
We have redundancy.
Then it goes through the Know Your Tank. So Panthers, Late, Panther IR, Jag Panthers, Tiger 2s, Tigers, Panzer 4s, Panzer 3s, Panzer 2s.
Yes. We do want a Panzer 2 kit, and we're going to shoehorn this into the book somehow.
Yeah, I mean, it does.
It's fair. It's a fair thing. They were being used for training, so
yeah,
it's not the worst shoehorning, put that way. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit weird. But I mean, I'm excited to get some plastic Panzer 2s. That'd be fun.
Use them for other things.
And then finally, the SDKZF 234, the Pack 48 Rad.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've had painted, sat in a box, not doing anything for the entirety of version 4.
The thing which would have been really, really cool if the Germans had used it in any other way than the way they actually used it. As we'll get onto a bit later, no doubt. And even the elephants come back. You've got Jag Tigers and elephants. There you go.
Yeah, hull mounted, that's all you need. And then the best Panzer of the war, the 470.
Mm-hmm.
It is the flattest.
The flattest of flat Panzers.
Yeah. Hetzers and Stugs and Marders, oh my.
Yeah, so not only do you have the Panzer 38 based Marder 3, but you also have the Panzer 2 based Marder 2. Because what we have is a new plastic kit that builds both the Wesp and the Marder 2.
Yes. Oh, man.
But it's not the same kit as the Panzer 2 because the chassis is slightly, the suspension that's different between the two of them.
Carry more weight.
Also, because the Panzer 2 has about 4 different they try about 4 or 5 different ways to do suspension to Panzer 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
it's
few
an
crazy
iterative
ones.
vehicle, isn't it?
Mm.
And then that in itself is hilarious because it's the first tank they've come out with. It's literally the second tank, the Panzer 2, and there's 4 or 5 different ways of doing it that reach production that go into the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
And that is exactly the problem they have: is they can't make their minds up and just do one thing and do lots of it.
Mm.
And yet everything is bespoke and different and hand engineered. And oh no, wait, you can't put that on there because that's yes, it's a Panzer 2 road wheel, but it's slightly different and won't work.
Well, see, Americans are standardised the lamps they use on all their vehicles.
Have I told you my adjustable spanner joke?
No.
Oh
So,
god.
true story. I was working on the airfield at Kony, gliding, working on the winch, and I was adjusting the fan belt on the winch engine using an adjustable spanner. We had a visiting German glider pilot for that summer, and he came over. He goes, "Oh, Eddie, I wanted to thank you for the launches." And he goes, and I see you are using the adjustable spanner. I said, yeah, I am. He goes, do you know what they call it in America? I said, a monkey wrench. He goes, yeah, they call it a monkey wrench. Do you know what we call it in Germany? I was like, no, Fred, I don't. What do they call it in Germany? He just goes, nothing. If we use a spanner, we use the correct size. And then just literally laughs, turns off, walks away. He went home that evening and never saw him again.
He's correct as well.
He's totally correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. SDKZF 251 with a Pack 40 on top.
Yep.
The Super Stummel.
The 8 wrench you can understand. Just a 251 with just a Pack 40 stuff. Yeah, we got this.
Well, I mean, you kind of say the Stummel's not cutting it as an assault gun really anymore. So why not put a Pack 40 onto it?
I get that, but the 8 Rad at least was designed to zip out of trouble backwards. Mm-hmm. It had as many backwards gears as it does forwards,
and a rear-facing driver.
Exactly, but a 251 reversing, how's that going to work? And you go, oh, okay, well, the guys can look out back and they can shout instructions to the driver who's, 20 feet away facing the other direction and has no rear visibility. But you've literally just shot a 7.5 centimetre gun. So good luck with hearing.
What?
Yeah.
Was this the weird unit in V3 that had one of these and then a normal...
So that's the 8 Rad. So that's probably the 8 Rad unit. You get a 2 centimetre and you get a Pack 40.
Yeah.
Now, in reality, the Pack 40 covers the 2 centimetres. It moves up to the next thing and then you move forward. But no version 3 kind of had the break-off move where you could kind of do it. but version 4 just doesn't quite work.
Oh, I'd forgotten about the break-off move.
Back when Ricky was cool.
Yeah,
It's just that thing you put in to get the spearhead as cheaply as possible.
Yeah, back when you'd be like, "Oh, I'm getting shot at," I'd just drive away.
I break off.
Yeah,
You get one shot at me, and I break off.
that was it. Oh man, played so many games. All right, Wesps, Hummels, and then we go into the infantry. Do you want to do the ratings now? Or should we leave it for the units?
Oh, I'll get to the formation. Otherwise, it's just basically it's just basically lots of assault rifles in various different forms.
Clausewitz, Berlin Forschjäger, Berlin Battle Group here, Berlin Group Waffen SS, the baddies, Volkstrurm, Hitler Jugend, and then a force diagram.
Which is a very, very, very busy with support options.
Yeah, it's a flat line of formations for once.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 formations. And then a whole ton of support.
Yeah, because the formations are basically grouped into you got the Panzer formations, which are the two flavors of basically Panzer, it's Stug assault guns, and then the Panzersturm.
Yeah, basically, when you say two flavors, you mean when you say two flavors of Panzer, you mean like Panzer battle group and then Panther infrared.
Yeah. You then get the tank train formations, so heavy with Tigers, and then the light medium ones with Panzer IVs. And then you get basically
elite infantry.
Elite infantry. You get the barrel scraping of the actual Berlin infantry units, the Fallschirmjäger company in the battle group.
Yeah, so you either get a choice of battle smock or urban city office.
Your Sunday best.
Well, interestingly, when I was doing that research on Camp Group 1001 Nights, some of the paratroopers had Wehrmacht uniforms on.
I mean, you get what's left, right?
Yeah,
exactly. I thought that was quite interesting, but with obviously the paratrooper helmet.
Oh,
so plenty of those, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they can take those off the corpses that were flattened for failed jumps.
Yeah. Not enough. Oh God. Yeah, not high demand on a paratrooper helmet in 1945.
Quite a nice bit of history. At some point, I need to go back and read all of the fully read the history sections of these books, because there's a lot of effort that goes into these.
There is.
And it does seem that we do these reviews, blitz through it, and then just start using the unit cards too quickly.
Well, the other thing is that those maps are some of the clearest you can find. For especially the centre of Berlin and also the advance, they're very, very, very clear.
Especially for 15 quid. I mean, that's a lot. You get a lot in a book, if you think about it, because you get all of the unit rules and all of this extra stuff behind it.
Exactly.
All I ever wish, I've mentioned ever since I started playing Flames War, I wish there's a bibliography section at the back.
What, so they showed the references?
The references.
Yeah, just you could go, it's a great starting point. Don't get me wrong. This is absolutely perfect if you got, this is your first taste of this period, either this period or this particular part of the period. It was just great if I had some pointers to go, oh, by the way, if you want to know more, go read this kind of thing. No,
I've just got a mental image of Phil and,
Wayne,
that's it, thank you. I say Mike. I was like, no, Mike would do the same, just holding their books in their arms, just going, keep it secret, keep it safe.
Yeah.
I want to find the one book that has a reference to 11th Armoured Division having chaffies.
Oh, shots fired.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
He's back. So, starting off with Clausewitz, Panther IR Tank Company, Panther HQ. Your black box support. First Panther Tank Platoon, we'll come to those in a second. And then your second black box is Clausewitz Panther IR, Clausewitz Jagdpanther IR, Clausewitz Panzer 470 Tank Hunters, Clausewitz Panzer 4 Tank Platoons, Clausewitz Tigers, Clausewitz Stug Assault Guns. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick 5. Pick your poison from 5. Your third platoon can be either more Panther IRs, an Armoured Panzer Grenadier platoon, or a Clausewitz Panzer Sturm platoon.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get some AA, which can be Oswins, triple 15mm, or 2cm flak armoured.
I do like the fact that it's the actual nickname of this is the last Panzer Division, because it literally was the last Panzer Division raised.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Jeez, nice. So these are reluctant, veteran, careful. They're late Panthers. They've got a front armour of 10, side of 5, top of 1. They are tank units, infrared, and stormtroopers. And then the commander has the night fighters rule that we're talking about. So
Yeah, for the formation, effectively, yeah.
For the formation, effectively, yeah. So it's looking like your commander's 10 points, and then your actual normal panthers are a shade under, because you get 2 of them for 19 or 3 for 29.
Yeah, so, yeah.
But then once you add, you've got the option to add 1 half track for a point, which if you're going on the IR, you would. That then essentially makes them 10 points apiece, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So if you add the Yoo-hoo in, does that mean they're a platoon of 3 or 4 then?
4. It's independent team, so it's between 3 at that point.
Yeah, and then it's like an independent transport, so it doesn't add anything to your strength.
Yeah,
that's what I was.
Yeah, that's what all those rules were doing. The special rules for the Yoo-hoo, which we haven't gone through because there's a big chunk. It basically means that this doesn't. It does what it's supposed to do. It turns up, illuminates targets, and then it leaves. It doesn't assault things. It doesn't
hold ground.
Weird
like that.
stuff. Yeah.
It has got a machine gun if things really go badly, but
it's got 2 machine guns. It's Break Fire 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Saucy.
But it will not be charging assaults and blocking falling back units and things like that. Then we've got the Yag Panthers IR. They are a little bit cheaper.
Even though they've got 9.
Yeah.
And also technically, because they're assault guns, their counter-attack and assault are worse as well.
Yeah. If you're assaulting with Panthers, something's gone wrong. But
I'm not sure that these are worth it.
Oh, none of it's worth it.
No, I just think no, I mean compared to your Panthers, I think you just have some nice Panthers.
They are 80-17 versus 14.
They are.
And there are 2 for 18 points, 19.
In a world of IS2s, it's
in a world
17.
of IS2s, if you've got a platoon that's going to sit at the back of the board anyway,
that's true.
You can have your HQ with Panther. You got HQ with Panther. You got your 1 platoon with Panthers. Your 2nd platoon can then be their IR Panzer Yag Panthers.
Yeah.
Do they have IR kit on them as well then?
Yeah. Infrared. Fadumph. 80-17, 3 out firepower, forward firing, 48-inch range.
One thing it's worth pointing, because it's going to get picked up by someone I know, is that Clausewitz wasn't actually equipped with infrared gear.
Oh.
The only unit known to have it was 6 Panzer in Hungary.
Oh.
For some reason, they've always done this with the Clausewitz. They've always put on the Clausewitz just because it fits it in the book, basically.
Just makes the name and they've split it down. I just had a thought.
Yeah.
Is it 32 inches from the Yoo-hoo and not 32 inches from the Yag Panther?
It'll be 32 inches from the Yoo-hoo, I presume. What's the actual ruling say?
A unit with infrared searchlight may, instead of shooting, illuminate a target within line of sight within 32 inches.
Yep. So that's...
Yep. So you can sit there with your Yoo-hoo at the front of the board and then blaze away at max range with your Yag Tigers. Out of return fire range anyway, even if they did have a chance. And front armor 9. Ugh. Front armor 9. So the thing about Yag Panther, being front armor 9 versus a Panther being front armor 10. I mean, surely the Yag Panther's got thicker armor.
What's that thing? When they put, it always used to be in version 4. It had 10.
Yeah,
it had no shot. The main reason the Panther was 9
because
it's a shot trap. I know that they did increase the armor on the G model as well as obviously fix a mantlet later, but I never understood why the Yag Panther's A9 in this.
I mean, they've got that bisected Yag Panther at Duxford. And you just look at it and go, that is thick, chunky, and sloped.
Extra thick.
It's extra thick with a K, yeah. Sorry, double C, not a K. K's how you spell it normally, Ed. Then it goes on to a little bit about IR gear, how they were used. And then you've got the other interesting options, which don't have IR gear, which is just some regular run-of-the-mill Panzer IVs.
Yeah, because effectively there's 2 sort of camp groups in Clausewitz. One that has the Panthers, the Yag Panthers, and Stugs.
Yes.
And then you've got Von Benningson, just going back, because I don't remember his name, so I just saw it a second ago. That had Panzer IV-Js, Panthers, and Panzer IV-70s.
That's
one Yag Panzer IV, apparently, just to make the numbers.
Hold on, we're not getting a Panzer 4J kit then?
No, that is a plastic Panzer 4H model.
They did release. I'm not making it up. They did release the wire meshes, didn't they? Once upon a time.
They released the wire meshes with the metal resin kit.
Right.
So they did J's, which have a slight. So the J was the simplified model of the H. It had a mechanical traverse.
Mm-hmm.
So in version
Same
3,
copper.
At version 3, they had the same as the M10s used to have, which was slow traverse rule. It's gone now.
Yeah.
They had the wire Scherzen,
mm-hmm.
wire mesh Scherzen, which was a white metal add-on for the metal resin kit. And then there's a couple of extra vision slots and bulges in the hull and turret that got deleted, which they did for the metal resin set, but they never released a plastic.
No, but you can get a scalpel and shave off the pistol ports. It'd be nice if they released the actual white metal shirts, and that would be an absolute bugger to put on the kit.
I mean, to now, that's the thing about the epoch of hobby. White metal didn't really work because you couldn't really cast it. Plastic wouldn't work; it's too expensive. A 3D printed wire Scherzen would look absolutely perfect and be dirt cheap to make.
You find a friend with a 3D printer.
Printer goes brrr. The problem is, designer goes, "Pay me money, please."
I'm pretty sure it's not the hardest thing in the world to sculpt.
No, exactly. That's why they charge 3 times the amount.
Yes.
These are all reluctant. Obviously, the Panzer 4 has protected MA for remount. Reluctant, veteran, careful. It's a Panzer 4. There's nothing wrong with that. That's all right.
It's a cheeky cheap Panzer 4.
3 of them for 12 points. Your Shermans will roll down the road, turn it inside out, and claim it as a Tiger kill.
They look very similar from the front, okay?
They do. That's fine. Then we have... Lee, did you read that Commando magazine, by the way?
I did, yes.
Did you notice that the Tiger tank they were hunting morphed from a Stug to a Panzer 4 to a Tiger?
Yeah, also, for some reason, it's a Firefly, which looks like a Sherman 5 hull, but has Easy 8 suspension.
Tracks. I know. I didn't say anything, so I didn't want to bias it.
The internal layout of the commander position makes no sense. They're looking for these great big vision slots. It's like
the guy. He's looking for this vision slot, and it's like a bloody hotel balcony.
Yes, it's like.
Oh, Commando!
I did enjoy it though.
That's fine. There you go.
It's one of those things you enjoy as a kid, and then when you look as an older, he goes, "What's going on? This tank's changed type 3 times. It's like play Airwolf with an airplane keeps changing."
That was one of the worst ones I've seen in a long time. It was actually a new story with a new artist. The classic ones are a lot better. But anyway, I digress. Commander magazine, fantastic. DC Thomas. Klaus Ritz Panzer 470. It's low. It's flat. It puts out on its back.
Only AT-14.
Only AT-14. I mean, that's the trouble. You start to go, actually, that's going to struggle, isn't it?
I know.
And it's turning everything inside out, apart from the things it isn't. And the things it isn't are pretty deadly and rolling towards you, looking very angry.
It's fine if your meta is playing the Western Allies. If you're playing Eastern Allies, it suddenly feels a little bit, freeze. You've got to say with 3+. Okay.
Oh, great. Oh, you've made that. Oh, no. Oh, dear. And you've hit me. Oh, gosh. And now I'm dead. Oh,
I do like next. I like next option.
Clarence Ritz Tigers.
Logic Tigers.
Reluctant. 5 up veteran. Careful. Protecting MA. 4 up remount. Okay. They're 9 points each.
And it's still top armor 2 for doing the assault. The break-offs can be a bit annoying, admittedly.
They're still skill 3 up. Yes. Yep. I mean...
Wade in, assault, kill a few things, fall back, next turn repeat.
Yeah, rinse and repeat. With a 2 up cross steal.
And you're still you're careful, so it's better than the Hummel guys, where obviously you're
trained.
Aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah. Sorry. They're pretty good. They're nice.
I thought so.
Can you take them in? No, you can't.
What?
They're black box, aren't they?
The Stug Assault Gun Company, which is the Clash Rich Stug Assault Guns. So
this is a bit more limited, yeah.
Black box, Stugs, HQ, Stugs must have one platoon. Second option compulsory is either Stugs, Panther IRs, Jagdpanther IRs, or Panther Late which is the battle group version. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
You can take the non-IR version, which we'll come on to in a
I
bit.
think because it's Stug's, I call it Clausewitz, but also it would work for a standard Stug company.
Because the Stugs don't have IR gear, so they're just
Correct.
normal.
So they have night fighting rules or anything like that.
Interesting, and yet you can still take the Panthers and the Jagdpanther Riots.
Yeah, well, I suppose if you take it as a second formation, backing up, say, the Panzersturm infantry, you might still get some mileage for having that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because the actual formation wouldn't be able to move, but that Panzer Panther platoon would be able to. I think generally, though, and we'll get onto why later, you'd be taking the Panther late tank platoon, but yeah.
Yeah. And then, so third optional box, Stugs, Armoured Panzer Grenadier Platoon, Clausewitz Panzersturm Platoon.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting to find out what that is.
Well, yeah.
Oswins, triple 15 mils, and 2 centimetre flags.
Mm-hmm. Important to note in the actual Stug box is it can either be 3 Stug Gs with a 7.5 or 3 Stu H's with a 10.5 and the ability to fire a 64-inch bombardment.
A 3 out of 5 hour.
Because when I was looking at these, I was pondering the idea of rather than having Wesps for 9 points, having 3 Stu H's for 8 points as an information artillery.
For Doom.
Yep. Still veteran, so he's still ranging on, threes or fours in terrain. Yes, you are reluctant, but it doesn't generally come up if you're top armor wall artillery piece.
And then you've still got direct fire, smoke, direct fire, 80-10, 2 out of firepower, heat.
Slow firing.
They're a bit more survivable, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. It's a point cheaper than 3 Wesps.
And your front armor 7.
Yeah.
So if you need to drive up and go direct fire, you can do. If you want to sit back and just be an artillery piece, you're cheaper than the Wesp. 3 Wesps.
That's pretty tasty.
And that point, you can... I know you can't... You got to say you put in an OP, but you can't because I imagine you have to have a proper artillery.
Triggers are required. Clausewitz Panzersturm Company. These are Armoured Panzer Grenadier Company. So Armoured Panzer Grenadier HQ. First platoon is Panzersturm Platoon or Armoured Panzer Grenadier Platoon. And then you get compulsory AA, which is either triple 15 mil or 2 centimetre flak.
Yeah, this is very much like the Bulge Panzersturm, but
totally
with the infrared gear, basically.
And then you get the same optional third platoon of Panzersturm or Armoured Panzer Grens. AA, mounted 8 centimetre mortars or unmounted 12 centimetres, that looks like.
Yeah, correct, unmounted,
Then you get the 7.5 centimetre Pack 40 half tracks or normal Pack 40s.
Yeah, Stummels or Super Stummels? No, because it's Stummels or Super Stummels, basically.
Is it?
Hold on, is that... Yeah. Is that
7.5 gun platoon is a Stummel.
Yeah.
We scroll down.
That's 6 points for the 6
Stummels. 7.5.
Yeah, the 7.5 gun platoon it references is a Stummel. If you scroll down to page 36, scroll down to
I'm going. I'm looking.
7.5 centimetre tank hunters is the Pack 40s.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, sorry. Yep, totally right. It is.
That's why I'm calling them Super Stummels.
No, I get that. Yeah, I get that now. I was confused because a 7.5 centimetre gun platoon to me was Pack 40s, but it's not. It's just it is the little Stummel pop on top of the.
But the Stummels are 6 points. 6 points
for 6.
They're reluctant. Yeah.
But even the Pack 40s are 18. Well, 18 is quite a bit of an investment, but
not for 6 Pack 40s on a movement 10 hull. I'm
telling you, Super Stummels are going to be the new meta.
That is insane because you go right. Okay, well I'm defending. All right, you're attacking. Excellent. All right. Well, you've come around here. You've got your big scary insert name of assault platoon tanks here. Well, I'm going to ambush over here in the open in my deployment area. Yeah, no. I know I'm 16 inches away. That's fine because
I care not.
I care not because I'm either blitzing on a 3+ and then moving 10, or I don't have to. I'm just going to move 10 round over here. Wait a minute. Am I now in your rear armor? And I've still got 6 shots at AT-12 with 3 out firepower. Have I just deleted that platoon? Oh no, I have. Oh, that's a shame.
A bit horrible.
Or even worse. Oh, you've left this cornfield over here. Oh, that's 12 shots at AT-12 in your side. Futoof.
Mm-hmm.
The scary thing is, it doesn't even need to be in the side. Like, unless it's against that really high end stuff, 12 will do a Sherman.
It will do a Sherman. It won't do an IS-2 though. But 12
No,
shots.
This gets back to is your meta the Western allies or the Eastern allies?
Yeah.
Because
12 shots to the side of an IS-2.
And the footprint's smaller because than a large base pack 40
nice narrow 251s.
Yep. Oh my god. So Klaus Fritz Panzersturm Company HQ. These guys are assault rifles with Panzerfausts.
Mm-hmm.
You can smell the points dripping.
Yeah, leaching. Yeah.
They are reluctant, veteran, careful. They're infantry formation, infrared IR, night fighters, and they have stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
Your solid 7, the maximum 7 STG 44 assault rifles, which don't forget are only range 8. Assault rate of fire 3, stationary moving, but pinned ROF 1. With 4 half tracks is 13 points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will back up here. Yes, they're only rate of fire 1, but when you've got 4 half tracks packing rate of fire 3, rate of fire 4 MGs.
Yeah. Oh, rate of fire 4 half tracks, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's rate of fire 4 half tracks. So your base of fire is your half track. That's why they could go all assault rifle rather than having like Volkstrurm where you have the 2 guys carrying machine guns.
Yeah, that's actually quite good.
And 13 points for a platoon.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Because you get 7 stands and 4 half tracks.
Yeah. Only thing is, though, obviously with assault rifles, it includes their name. These guys are for assaulting, but reluctant does not really tie up with assaulting.
It doesn't.
The other thing I noticed with them the other day was that assault rifles do not give you the bonus like SMGs do to your assault value.
Yeah, that annoys me. I don't know why.
Okay.
Admittedly, right, so German doctrine was you only fire automatic in an emergency. But I'll point out 1945, everything was an emergency.
Yeah. There's a nice little call out box here that says the STG-44 escort platoon, which is code G788, is a great option to field your Panzersturm, but if you want to have unique looking infrared equipment mounted on their rifles, then they've got the direct code GE848 Panzersturm platoon, which is the old school vampire assault rifle infantry.
Again, this is platoon I really regret not buying the first time, so I'm definitely going to be buying a platoon now.
I mean, they've just devalued, because I've got one of them built and painted, which is some of the finest models I painted. And the second platoon I got in a box sitting there waiting, and they've just devalued it by like 300. No.
So you just say devalued. It's going to be cheaper in the Battlefront now.
Yeah, we'll go buy the Battlefront ones then. I'll keep my nice metal first castings. Thank you very much. If you're building a Yoo-hoo, which is the big half-track thing with the massive... just be careful if you have any metal weights, if you're an aviation modeler, liquid lead or magic lead, whatever it is, put a little lump of something heavy in the front of the plastic Panzer half track, because where the resin drop-in is, if they've done the same model, which I think they have, it uses the plastic half track sprue. The big searchlight is a resin block, and then you put the metal crew in. You can actually get the center of gravity back behind the back of the back track. So when you put it on the table, the whole thing pops a wheelie, like a Dukes of Hazzard nightmare. Which is fixable if you just glue a little bit of sprue underneath as like a little kickstand. But obviously, if you don't want to do that,
oh my god,
if you put a bit of weight in the front, it will stop it from
a kickstand.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the best example I could give. A prop.
No. It just made me laugh that it's just because it's so back heavy.
I mean, that's just because it's a scale model and it's the materials involved.
It hasn't got the engine block in the front.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the plastic one is missing the Hanomag engine. And I mean, I had one of them that did end up doing that. The other one didn't for some reason. So I put a little bit of sprue on, and you can't see it when it's on the board. It's not a problem, but it's just that if you're a perfectionist, then add a little bit of weight to the nose of the 251 as you build it, and it won't do that. And now you know. And knowing's half the battle. So that's the IR versions are 13 points for 7. They come in, get them in 7s or in 5s. You can get them without the half tracks, which is 7 stands for 10 points. But like you just said,
pointing out these guys are also limited to Panzerfaust as well.
They are indeed. Fadoof. And you could add. No, you can't. You can't add a Panzerschreck, can you?
No, there's no Panzerschreck.
No,
in this
no
one, though.
Panzerschreck. Yep.
The only option you really got is swapping out your HQ's half track for an MG armed one to one with the
2 centimeter.
2 centimeter. Yeah, that's what replaced the 3.7s.
Yeah,
Which gives you an AA shot as well, which is quite handy at platoon level.
Oh, yeah. 251 2 centimeter, 20-inch rate of R3, 2 on the move.
It's worth having.
Oh, I did not notice that. I'd assumed it was the same.
And that's no points, is it? That's a straight swap.
Straight swap. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why you wouldn't do it.
Well, it drops you from ROF 4 to ROF 2
3.
moving.
ROF 3 static, yeah.
Yeah, extra AT, extra
5.50. It's handy for digging stuff out. I still take it every day of the week.
Yeah. That's quite.
They look really cool as well because they're the later ones. They got the turret, the mini turret in the middle. It looks quite cool.
Yeah,
I don't know if they have the model for that. Do they?
Yeah, it's on the. It's that plastic kit that got released with bulge. It has the 15. It's got the 15 centimeter, the 2 centimeter, and also the Pack 40 armed half track.
That's weird. Cool. And then you can have so you got the IR version, which is the Panzersturm. Then you got the Panzer Grenadier. These guys don't have IR. They're MG42 teams as opposed to assault rifles.
Yeah.
And you get reluctant veteran careful still. You get 7 of those with 4 half tracks for 12 points. Oh, that's intriguing. He says.
Yeah, it's it's slightly cheaper than the Panzersturm as well, so it's a good way of just taking some points up by having the second platoon be these guys.
Then you have the triple 15mm flak platoon. I don't know why anyone would ever take these. They're terrible. Never take them. Oh my god, they're a point each, and you can have 6 of them. They're a little half track. The rate of fire 5 halted.
Yep. My Soviets came a cropper against 6 of them.
That's 30 dice.
The real question is why you would take the next one, the 2 centimeter, because it's exactly the same point. It was a point cheaper, but has its gun stats are all exactly the same, apart from it's got only rate of fire 3, so you're getting a vast reduction in your output on fire.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. So the 2 centimeter is great as a HQ option, but I wouldn't take a platoon of them.
Why?
I feel like it should have an extra range or should have extra AT.
That's crazy. No.
It should be a lot cheaper. Is the thing?
What? So it literally is. So halted rate of fire is 2 worse. Moving rate of fire is 1 worse. Every single stat is the same.
Yep. Everything else is the same.
And you save a point for 6.
Yep.
Or look, a point for 3. That granularity of the points. Great. Well done. 8 centimeter mortars. You can buy 2 of them. They're a point each. That's 2 points. They've got smoke.
Yeah.
And an MG.
It's quite interesting. When we say about the armoured mortars in American platoon, we say they're an auto-include. With these ones here, it's
for the veteran.
It's because they're 3 models. It's the 2 models that gets you the re-roll.
Right. That's true, yeah. It's
that's why it's
not helped, but the other option, that box, is the 12 centimeter, which is fast. If you're going to have it, go with that one. It gives you much better. No smoke, admittedly. I'll grant you that, but it has got much better
throughout firepower.
Artillery.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them.
5 points. Yeah, I mean, if you've got a spare 2 points knocking around.
Well, you take them because they're in the formation.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you an extra formation boost. I mean, even if you don't find the mortars, because they've got a machine gun each, they're essentially a mini recce platoon that can run around, staying out of line of sight and machine gunning stuff that gets too cocky, or helping out and adding 6 machine gun shots and defensive fire.
You just have to be a bit careful in a competitive game, though, because you've got a too strong platoon.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, it's never ideal, but if you've got 2 points spare, why not? And then you've got your Clausewitz armoured 7.5 centimeter tank hunter platoon, 6 Pack 40s for 18 points.
As we discussed, yeah.
Or you can get 6 Stummels for 6 points.
Yep.
Budget's
good.
I don't think the Stummel is a bad option.
No.
I think certainly for 6 points. It's nice. It's not a no-brainer to go, let's go to Pack 40 option. It's like, but only the Stummels are still 6 points. They're still useful with a Tank 9 and Firepower 3.
It's the heat as well. The heat's good because essentially it makes them like 9.5. It's weird. They're actually sometimes better at long range.
Well, not compared to a Pack 40, but yes.
No, I meant, but you're obviously taking the -1 to hit as well, coming back the other way. So if you don't kill what you're shooting, you're on 5s to hit. If that makes sense, and you're no worse at shooting at long range than you are at close range in terms of your armor penetration.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I like both.
Yeah, they've got a place.
That's
OP compared to everything else. Munchenberg. This is Sea Lao Heights. Gosh, there's a map, and it looks like a spider has crawled through a murder scene. It's red ink on its feet. Actually, this looks a lot like one of my old maths papers. With the amount of red ink cross throughs and arrows scrawled over. The only thing this map is missing is the 1 out of 10 see me after comment at the bottom. That's
it's like
incredible.
4 days of solid advance, basically, over a ground scale of about 16 miles.
Yes.
You saying that, I was like, it's 4 days of solid advance, but there's like 5 kilometers, which is like 2.5, 3 miles between the lines over a day. And you know that there's like an entire division that died to get you that far.
Yep. It was a bit brutal.
Oh, man.
You know, the going on a bear hunt thing, we're not scared and all that kind of stuff. And you go, get to a wall, must go over it. The Soviets decided they're not going to go over it. They're just going to go through the wall.
Yeah. And then
because that's the most direct route. Yeah, most direct route to Berlin. And we could muck around, or we could just drive through it. I think we'll just drive through it.
So then we have the Panzer Battle Group tank formation, which
has desperate measures list of old, basically.
Desperate pleasures. Yeah. Love it. The Panzer Battle Group HQ, and then you have 2 compulsory, a potential third option, all of the same. So, deep breath again. Battle Group Panther Late Tank Platoon, Clausewitz Panzer IV Tank Platoon, Clausewitz Tiger Platoon, Clausewitz Stug Assault Gun Platoon, Clausewitz Panzer 470 Tank Hunter Platoon. So you can have a mixed match of at least 2, but maybe 3 of those.
Yeah, important that all the Clausewitz ones that I mentioned do not have the IR capability. There's no IR in this list. That's why the Panther has changed to the Panther Late.
And then you have an optional separate box of Hetzers, Tank Hunters. You have a combined AA Ostwinds or Wirbelwinds, and then you have the Battle Group Escort Platoon.
Do you know what I like about this box? The fact that Hetzers are own separate box, so you've got no reason not to take
the
Hetzers.
You don't have to choose between them and anything just for points. Oh my god. Okay. So the Panzer Battle Group HQ has a little panther as its silhouette. However, you can take either 1 or 2 of Panther Late, Panzer IV Late, Panzer 470s, or Stugs.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't mix them, so you can't have 1 Panther and 1 Stug. But
cannot mix and match.
But it's an important thing to note here. There's no stipulation saying your HQ must be the same as your platoons.
Yes.
In version 3, it's always the case. In version 4, there is no such stipulation.
I thought as well, didn't I check with Mark on this, that you can have 1-on-1, so you can have 1 Panther and 1 Stug?
No, you can't do that because they're separate.
There's a
lines.
Card. That was about a card, I thought.
Was it a card? I remember talking to him about it.
Yeah, no, there's a card later on. Something about that, and that's what you asked about.
I can kind of see what you're saying, but because it gives you the points for 1 Panther and 1 Panzer 470. But
no, you're right. It's not this one, but yeah, there is another one later on where you can do 1-on-1, which I really like the idea of. The idea that they're just putting whatever they can into the field.
Yeah, and one thing to note here is the actual Panther Lake hasn't got the IR gear on. All the stats are the same apart from lacking IR, but it's a point cheaper.
Oh.
So the Panther is only 9 points rather than 10 points. And that's why I kind of like, it's why I like this formation, because the IR is great, but it's so situational.
Yeah.
The fact you're paying a point for it is kind of galling. So this is definitely the way to go, in my opinion.
Well, there's a lot of options as well, isn't there?
And there's lots of options, yeah. So you could have like, one of the things I was playing around with the other day was basically the idea of having like Panzer 470s or Panzer IVs as HQ. Then a platoon of 4 Panthers, 36 points as a reserve, or even 3 of them, and having Volkstrurm to fill out to get you over the points limit.
I mean, it's just a bit
And then
pick and mix,
Panzer
isn't it?
IV, then you have between Panzer IVs or Stugs, or the Stu H's, as mentioned earlier, as your information artillery. And then, like I said, between Panzer IVs to bulk out with the Hetzers.
So, like you said, everything's reluctant, veteran careful still.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your normal Panthers without IR gear. You've got your little Hetzers. Oh, they're going to Hetz. They're going to try
14
to
points for
Hetz.
4 of them.
14 points for 4. It's not bad.
I like to say that.
80-11.
Yeah.
I mean, for armor 7.
Just don't move them.
Yeah. So they're a perfect little ambush gun. I mean, they're going to get through most things side armor. Even IS-2's got to be a little wary with the side armor versus the Hetzer.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the battle group escort platoon.
Who doesn't love an escort?
The Belugites, what we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
So they come in either 10 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
10 across you 14 points, 7 across you 10 points. They are STG-44 assault rifle teams with Panzerfaust, which are limited to.
Yeah, but also note, going back to Duncan's point earlier, they get a bonus to their assault because they're tank escorts.
Veteran 3, tank assaults, assault 2 plus.
And they've got a tank escorts rule, so they can basically ride on the back of tanks and dismount into combat.
Ooh. So they can dismount as they charge.
Yeah, so basically they can dismount as part of the charge action.
Right.
Can they still shoot off the back as well?
I think one stand can shoot off the back of each tank.
Yeah.
Just still checking. So tank escorts can shoot one mounted to a maximum of 1 assault rifle team per tank and can dismount when charging the contact.
Yep.
There was rumblings because the tank. That's the same rules. The tanker Distanki, whatever.
Yeah.
Tanker Donetsky. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a situational thing that was discussed about if you assaulted with the tank platoon into a weak unit, won the combat, pushed people back, but then moved up 4 inches, you could then dismount the tank escorts and assault again.
Yes, you probably could. I don't think there's anything in the rules that stop you doing that. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's very situational because my god, going into defensive fire.
Don't forget though as well. Don't forget that if you shoot at the tanks, it hits the infantry too.
Yep.
So you could end up being pinned on the back of the tanks.
Correct.
And therefore not assaulting.
Yes, but if you,
like I say, it's very situational.
Yeah, very situational, but could potentially get you that double assault to push back a platoon completely off the objective if they're deployed in front of it. Some Oswins, some verbal Vins.
Yep, all good.
Oh my god, those plastic kits, man! Having built the metal and resin ones from version 3,
so much better, right?
So much better. Oh, it's like, I dropped it. Oh, it's fine. Oh, what do you mean it's not exploding into a million pieces?
So here's the question: would you go for 3 Oswins? Sorry, 3 Oswins or 4 Weber wins?
Probably 4 Weber wins for a point less than the Oswins. But
it's got my vote too.
But the Oswins have an extra 4-inch range and are 87, whereas the Weber wins are 20
firepower
inches.
4, which is more effective as
and
anti-aircraft.
Firepower 4 and an extra front armor and an extra side armor. It's tough, man. I think it depends if you have that extra point or not.
Now the question is Weber wins because Weber wins look cool with their 4 barrels.
That's true, but a 3.7 millimeter thunk, 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 thunk gun. Well, to be honest, it depends what your opponent's playing.
Mm-hmm.
So if your opponent's playing Americans, you have to take Weber wins. If they're playing Soviets, you can take Oswins. The clue's in the name, guys. Eastwind, Ostwind. Then we are on to the real training, scraping the barrel. The last Panzers.
Paderborn,
Abseling Verband. You used to live in Do you used to live in Paderborn?
That's where the 3 RTR were back in the 80s.
Oh, nice.
I never realised until I started playing Flames of War the significance of Paderborn in World War II.
Oh no. Nice little bit of history, all the different brigades and bits and pieces, quite a few different
Yeah,
brigades.
'cause obviously we've already had one with Hummel, because obviously Hummel was a tank train, but it was pressed in the service for Market Garden.
Those Market Garden ones, yeah.
Yeah, these are very much the same sort of cup of tea. It's just basically, you take the current guy's training and use them to defend the city that's being assaulted, or the pocket, that kind of thing.
Some training's better than no training.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Heavy Tank Training Company HQ, a compulsory Tiger 2 training platoon or a Tiger training platoon. And then you get the same again for the second compulsory, but with the option of adding Panther training platoon. Then you can add either more Tiger 1s training, Panzer 3 trainings, and then you get 2 optional boxes that contain either Panzer Grenadier training platoon or a Panzer Grenadier late platoon. You get 2 of those, and that's your formation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes altogether. These guys they've got the SS old hand rule. So your HQ is confident, veteran, careful, because he knows what he's doing. He's the instructor. And your platoons are all confident, green, aggressive, but they can use the commander's skill rating for tactics tests.
Not for assault.
Not skill tests in general, but tactics tests if they're within 4 inches, I think.
Yeah.
And they're pretty cheap. You get a Tiger 1 for 16 points, a Tiger 2 for 12, or a Panther for 12. And this is one dunk where you can add another tank and mix and match. So you can have a Tiger 2 and then a Panther, a Tiger and a Tiger 2, a Panther and a Tiger, or you can have doubles.
I quite like that.
Points. Yeah.
Having a second,
a second different one. So you could have, a 12-point Panther and a Tiger 2 rocking around. Tiger 2 training platoons, you can get, they're confident, green, aggressive, like we said. They are 2 of them for 27 points.
Dear.
3 of them for 41 points for your 1-drop reserve. But they are confident.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but I can't help but look at the SS ones from
2+.
The SS ones are, and they're only 4 points more. I think they're 31 for 2.
Yeah,
which
that 2+ motivation for the assaults, which is what you really want these to be doing. I mean, and these are skill green as well. These are not assault tanks. It's what I'm trying to say.
No,
because you're not going to win it. You won't die, but you won't win the assault. Then you've got the same for the Tigers, either 2 or 3, 15 points for 2, 23 for 3. Confident, but they have protected ammo, so they've got 3 up remount. And that box standard Tiger. And then your Panthers are 2 for 15 points or 3 for 22 points. These are the late Panthers as well. They're without the shock trap, so they're front armor 10.
Yeah.
They're just not quite cheap enough in my books.
They're not. They're not cheap enough at all.
Because they're good, but for skill, the skill is what you need to be doing all of your... They do have stormtroopers, but, I mean, what are you going to pass on a 5+?
Well, that's where you have to make sure HQ's nearby, don't you?
And then you're so limited.
But even then, what's the HQ?
Veteran.
The HQ is veteran.
Yeah, so it gives you a 3+, but even that's a bit dicey because you might have to expose your HQ as well. I suppose you could have a cheap HQ maybe running around.
If the HQ is in the Kony's Tiger, then exposing is not really that much of an issue.
Yeah, exactly. Like, haha, shoot me. I cannot.
But that's quite expensive to do as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just think you run out of points too quickly.
It's the same with anything German. Then you have the Panzer 3 training platoon. The old venerable 89.
Rolling around with Panzer 3 in 1945.
I mean, you can take Panzer 3 5 centimetres as well if you really want.
Yeah, I think 7.5 on
that one. Which gives you an extra 4 inches of range at the sacrifice of a firepower, and you lose heat. So actually, 7.5 might be better, I think, maybe. But they are only 4 points apiece. 3 points apiece, sorry.
Yeah.
Confident, green, aggressive, as usual, with Panzer skirts. Panzer Grenadier training platoon, confident, green, aggressive still, again. Oh, it's almost like they did the same units ratings for the whole platoon, whole formation. You get 7 MG42 Panzerfaust Limited 2, with 4 half tracks for 10 points this point in
Yeah,
time.
but when you consider, what is it? When you look at Panzersturm, you can have 5 Panzersturm plus 3 half tracks for 10 points.
The thing I've missed here is that all of the regular
9
platoons
points.
are aggressive. Only the HQ is careful.
Yeah, so it's not helping the case.
It makes it even worse. Because at that point, armour is your armour, and then his infantry are just going to get mown down. You can add a Panzerschreck team for a point, though. There's your Panzerschreck, Duncan. Someone did still have them.
Yep. Whoop-de-doo.
Fadumph. Oh, this is rubbish.
Yeah, exactly. What's that going through? Nothing.
They have mounted assault with their half tracks, because you really want to be doing that.
What, driving up in your aggressive transport and then getting shot? Yeah, super.
Dead. Right, so that was the heavy one. Let's see if there's another one. Tank Training Company. So, Tank Training Company HQ. First compulsory is Panther Late, Panzer IV, Stug, or Hetzer training platoons. Then a second black box of Panzer IV, Stug, or Hetzer training. A third optional black box, which is the same. And then a fourth optional box, which is Panzer IIIs or Panzer II. Hey, Panzer II training platoon. It's in there somewhere. Not a black box option. You can't take it with anything. That's a shame. Very limited. Triple 15mm flax training platoon. And then a double selection between Panzer Grenadier training platoon or Panzer Grenadier late platoon. So that's 2 options there. Again, HQ is confident, veteran, careful. Has a Panther, Stug, Panzer IV, or Hetzer. Your Panthers are 12 points. Stugs are 6. Panzer IVs are 5, and Hetzers are 4.
Mm-hmm. Again, you can pair those up.
You can pair those up or mix and match to your heart's content. And then your Panzer IV training platoon is confident, green, aggressive. Obviously, Panzer IVs are predicted damage, so rebound at 3 up. These are 3.5 points, or 3 points each. So you get 2 of them for 7 points, or 4 of them for 13. Your Stugs, for some reason, because Stug Life didn't choose you, you chose it. You become fearless. Fearless, green, aggressive, but then your counter attack is 5 up.
Your front armor is 7.
Your front armor is 7, and your assault is 6. That's just terrible. That's interesting. Oh no, because it's only tactics. That's fine. I was wondering about the assault different with the interaction with old hands, but it's still only tactics, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
3.5 points again each. So 2 Stugs are 7, 3 are 11, and 4 are 15 for your venerable 7.5mm Stug. Then you've got some Hetzers. 4 of them for 11 points, 3 of them for 8, 2 of them for 6.
4 for 11 is yeah.
Quantity has its own quality here, but you're still aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still just green. So you're losing the uniqueness of the German army, which is your stormtroopers rule, which you have, you just can't use it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Although, I'd put up running all of these just to get the next one, which is the Panzer II training platoon. You get 3 Panzer IIs for 2 points. And it's just like the little Panzer that could.
No, it can't though. That's the point. It's the little Panzer that can't.
Confident, green, aggressive with front armor 3. In late war.
It's got nothing as well. It's not even got scout or anything.
No, because it doesn't know what it's doing. It's just going, why am I here?
Oh, no.
I think I can remember how to drive this. I've got a 2cm gun.
It's just getting blown up.
Yeah, I like the fact that you can have 3 Panzer IIs for 2 points, or for 5 points, you can have 6 triple 15mm.
Yeah, it's
which
the
takes
of 9
the same gun and puts 3 of them side by side and sticks them on a half track. Okay, yes, you've got 2 worse armor. Oh, what a shame. However, I am rate of fire 5 now.
Yeah.
And also, you might shoot down a Sturmer vehicle too. If you're
just your weight of number.
If you're throwing 30
5
dice.
plus skill, yes.
No, it doesn't matter, does it? Because it's their hit on value, their save, and then you get a 5.
Of course it is. Yeah, it's not the old days of skill.
It's not the old school. Yeah.
Okay, split away, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Then we have my the Sky Nazis, the Fallschirmjäger, Fallschirmjäger at CeeLo Heights.
Yeah, you can tell how desperate they're getting because they're already up to Fallschirmjäger number 9 division.
So HQ, 2 black boxes of Fallschirmjäger platoons, optional 3rd box. You've got SMG 42 machine gun optional, 8cm mortar optional, 12cm mortar optional. You can have all 3 of those. There's all separate single box choices. The 7.5 light gun platoon, 7.5 tank hunter. That is pack 40s, I can tell from that silhouette. And then a scout platoon. And these guys are fearless, aggressive, but they're green. Apart from the assault value, because they're veteran NCOs, they've got a 4-up assault. Still got stormtroopers. They are STG 44 assault rifle teams.
That's an option. They can either be MG 42s and rifles.
Oh, sorry, I'm just looking at the HQ. The HQ's assault rifle with Panzerfaust. And the Panzerfaust are limited 1 for the HQ. Then you go into the actual platoons. The platoons are fearless, green, assault and 4+, aggressive, and like Lee just said. So you can either equip them with MG 42 Kar 98s, which gives them Panzerfaust. That is limited 2. Okay, so only the HQ is limited 1. The actual platoons are limited 2. Or you can go for STG 44s. And then you can add in the integral for MG 42 HMGs for up to 2 of them for a point each. Or up to 2 Panzer Shreks. Ooh, pushing the boat out for a point each per Panzer Shrek. I mean, to be fair, adding 2 Panzer Shreks for 2 points.
Oh, you do it. You do it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just insane, really. If you think
of
about
these guys as an objective hold-up platoon. You give them the 2 machine guns, the 2 Panzer Shreks. You put them on the objective. They're fearless. They ain't going to be running away.
So for 11 points, you get 10 MG rifle stands with Panzerfaust 2.
An extra 4 points, adding all the trimming. So 15 points, and you get a 14-stand platoon.
God. Yeah. That's fearless. So it just, oh, I'm pinned. Oh, you pinned me again in assault. Well, that doesn't, you charge me. Well, if you've not done any casualties, I still get rate of fire 1 each. So that's 10 shots with them. An extra 4 shots for the 2 HMGs. Might as well fire the Panzerstrix as well then at that point.
Yep.
Or if you're a tank team, just forget it. What do you mean you got 4 shots in defensive fire? The venerable MG42 platoon, 2 or 4 of them, they're a point each. That 24-inch range, rate of fire 6 though, that really, in the Italy game, these guys shone. Because all of a sudden, the HMG was the queen of the battlefield. Because it was just shooting from hilltop to hilltop.
Well, I mean, as it was in, them and mortars were dominating factors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was really brutal.
Talking of mortars.
Talking of mortars. I mean, at least they give the mortars trained.
Yeah. That's a typical thing. You often see that they do seem to at least give most of the time the mortar.
They do realise that now that they've introduced the fact that if you have any terrain on the battlefield, it's +1 to range in. And oh my god, did that suck at the weekend when I was trying to range in with green mortars? Oh, 6 to range in. That's not happening, then, is it? And then you've got so they are.
So we're points break on the mortars as well. Like 3 for 4 points, then 4 for 5.
Yeah. Because they're an infantry unit. So if you have 3 of them and you lose 1, they're testing morale. If you have 4 of them, you have to lose 2 before you test morale.
What I think. Yeah, when I was working this out for the 1,001 nights. Sorry, I was like, you probably want the 4. It's worth the point. Like, it's only 1 point.
Yeah,
just seemed a bit weird that it was so low for the.
Oh, you think it's low?
Well, as in, for 4 points for 3. Well, like you're always going to try and get that extra.
Offensively, it makes no difference.
No, I understand that.
Which
it's just casualty protection.
No, yeah, exactly. So that's only worth the point. However, for the 12 centimeters, Two
It's
of
a
them
bit
are 2
harsh.
points, but 3 of them are 4 points because it gets rid of you need to re-roll hits. And so that's a double whammy then because they're gun units.
For once, I'm not a massive fan of the 12 centimeters in this. I think I'd rather have 4 8 centimeters than 3 12s.
I mean, to be fair, it's not an either-or choice. They're in separate boxes.
Yeah, both. Yeah.
Oh no, I know. I'm just thinking from a points perspective, though. Do you want to drop nearly, 9 points on mortars that are quite squishy?
I don't know. I mean, they've got good saves. They're going to be dug in.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the other thing is they've both got a tactical of 4.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think if that was a good thing, if they could actually get away from an assault, but they're still going to die in assault, aren't they? Because they can't get more than 6 away.
Yeah.
Yep. So ignore me. I mean, if you put a screen of infantry in the front, then you'd be all right. But the trick there is to have at least 2 inches between the infantry stand that gets assaulted and these guys, so they can still break off and live. I do like that. Right. So, okay, guys. So you've got an 8 centimeter mortar tube. Yeah. What's your cross? Automatic. I'm infantry. I love it. I can run through anything. Okay. What have you got? I've got a little bit of a heavier tube. It is 12 centimeters. All right. Okay. What's your cross? 3+. What? Not 2+. No, 3+.
I think you're vastly underselling how heavy the base plate is of a 120mm mortar. But
Yeah, you've got twice the number of guys to carry it.
You need that little cart, don't you?
Yeah.
Look,
that's why 160s are like carriages, but yeah.
Yeah.
that's true.
My favourite Fallschirmjäger unit next.
The 7.5 centimeter light gun platoon.
I love these things. They're so titchy.
3 points. They're a point
Awesome.
each. They are your defensive fire.
Mm-hmm.
For 3 points, and you get 3 of them this time, because before there
was
were
just
only
2.
2s. Mm-hmm.
Range 16, rate of fire 2/1, 18/9, firepower 3+, forward firing and recoilless. So you've got to think about how you use them. But
You put these guys behind your infantry platoon within 8 inches, and again, really don't assault these tanks.
yeah.
Order an ambush unit.
If you were thinking about it, you were very wrong. Then you have the Berlin Fallschirmjäger Scout Platoon, which are STG 44 assault rifles with Panzerfaust. They're still limited too. Oh, it's tasty.
What's that problem with infantry scouts? They're always so expensive.
Yeah, 5 stands for 7 points, or 3 stands for 4 points. 3 stands.
3 stands.
The world's most squishiest thing. Fearless 3+, but a last stand of 4 up.
Because they're
They have
recce.
got scout and spearhead. They're aggressive, and they're green with a 4 up assault.
No, thank you.
I mean, if you really need to, no, still no.
No, you just take a really cheap 222 or whatever it is recce platoon as usual.
Then you have the pack 40s, so 4 of them for 12 points. How much was the 6 bloody half track ones?
6 for 18. Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah. So pack 40s. Go figure. And then, to be fair, I do appreciate underneath that you have the classic Fallschirmjäger Normandy artwork.
I love that picture. It was a brilliant picture because the
They're brilliant.
fireflies burning off in the background. Kind of thing, yeah.
Really good.
There's Market Garden, wasn't it? Was it a Market Garden art?
No, that was Normandy, wasn't it? I thought.
Okay, it might be. Yeah, it might.
Yeah, it's Normandy. I assumed it was Normandy. I still have somewhere from the years ago, from version 3, a full company of Fallschirmjäger that's based but not painted.
Oh my god!
Of course,
of the metals.
God.
So I need to get it done at some point. Then we go through more fluff about actual progressing. So that was all from CELO heights.
Yeah, so CELO hasn't gone very well. So what's next? Berlin.
Defenders of Berlin.
Did you say CELO didn't go very well?
CELO, yes.
Yeah.
That's quite an understatement.
It wasn't one of the best days of the German army.
It was, how do you say, suboptimal?
They got the snot kicked out of them.
They didn't roll over straight away. They lasted
They held it for
4
5
days.
days.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did very, I was going to say very well, but they did okay. But I mean, wow.
Then we have the Berlin Battle Group, the reason you buy this book.
I love this shot. by the way. The shot they got right this section on page 69 with 69. Hey,
Nice.
but look at that shot with the IS-2 rolling over the barricade. Pose the models. That's fantastic.
In the website, on the website, they're bringing back the barricades
Excellent.
as direct order.
Are they?
Yep. Because I need to buy like 5 boxes of those to do the linear terrain sections on our urban battlefield boards. Because I think that'll look amazing.
Wow.
I'm excited. Berlin Battle Group then. Berlin Battle Group HQ. Infantry formation. 3 boxes, 2 of which are compulsory, but all 3 are the same. So you get on your third one of... I do like the Ace Ventura style. Panzer Grenadier Late Platoon. Ardennes SS Panzer Grenadier Platoon. Interesting. Volkstrurm Platoon. Hitler Jugend Platoon. Volksgrenadier Assault Platoon. Panzer Grenadier Training Platoon. And Berlin Fallschirmjäger Platoon.
Yep.
Which is interesting because it makes all of those options black box supports for other lists. So you can have up to 3 of those. Then you get MG34 machine gun platoon or an SS MG42 platoon. Got to pick between those. 8cm mortars or 8cm SS mortars. You've got a combined infantry gun box. So you get to choose one of 7.5 centimeters, 7.5 centimeter SS guns, 15 centimeter guns, or 15 centimeter SS guns, and then the same for the Pack 40 supports. You get a Pack 40 platoon or a Pack 40 SS platoon.
Very much like a Kampf Group Berlin list of all, but
yeah,
A Panzers it.
So your HQ, fearless with a 2-up last stand, veteran, careful, infantry formation, stormtroopers, and old hand again. STG 44 assault rifles with Panzerfaust for your bosses, 2 stands of those. And then you have your Panzer Grenadier Late Platoon. So these are confident, veteran, careful MG42s with Last Reich, so 3-up stand. I do think they missed a trick. They could have got the very last Reich. 7 MG42 stands with Panzerfaust for 12 points.
Or you can make them assault rifles for +1 point.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. I'm not convinced that you
I'd
would.
never seen assault rifles work. I remain to be convinced by them.
It probably worked for these guys, because at least they would get into combat without being pinned like the
That's true, because they're confident.
And at 13 points, it basically, compare them to like the 13 points you are paying for like the assault rifle guys on half tracks.
I mean, at least, I guess
+1.
If you are going forward, if you lose a stand, you've still got 18 shots before you charge in.
But you're only getting an additional shot per stand because they're full MG teams, so they've got rate of fire 2 moving.
True. Yeah, that's true.
You get no bonus because this is where I was looking for the bonus for assault. I was thinking, the assault rifles. Yeah, that's worth the point because they give you +1 to assault.
Yeah,
and it doesn't.
And interestingly, the STG assault rifle is a limited 5.
Yep.
Yeah, that basically means that effectively you've always got 2 stands firing as machine guns.
Which is the old That's historical limitations there.
You have 2 squads out of 3 equipped with assault rifles, and the last squad's equipped with rifles and MGs. Base of fire.
Yeah.
MG34s, which ironically have the same stat line as MG42. Go figure.
You think it'd be like 1 rate of fire less, wouldn't they?
Or something, but
yeah,
no, confident, last stand, veteran.
Yeah, 11-year-old technology now. I mean, I know they're still making them.
I mean, a machine gun's a machine gun.
It is, but why make the 42 then if the 34 was good enough?
To be fair, because it's cheaper to manufacture and more reliable. I guess the only reason it appears different in the list is because these guys are literally using reservist stuff, whereas the SS still work equipped with the main 42s.
Your 2 8cm mortars for 3 points. They are veteran at least. Yeah, suboptimal at this point.
You wait for suboptimal.
7.5 centimeter gun platoons. 3 points a stand?
Yep, suboptimal.
That's it. Yeah, seems a lot.
Is it because they're veteran?
Dual roll.
They're dual roll. So they're veteran. They're firepower for artillery.
These are the same as the ones that are in D-Day. Just for comparison, they're exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem a bit weird. Tactical 4? Is it because they got
Oh no,
cross-check?
Eddie. No, it's because nothing's moved on since D-Day.
Oh, right.
The-
Yeah,
the-
yeah. This is still the best
the-
you can get.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're not facing any different threats.
Or you can pay an extra point a gun to make them 15 centimetres. So you get 2 15-centimetre artillery guns for 8 points.
Which you can re-roll hits with. No,
But it's like, yeah, it's 2 cement guns for 8 points, or I could get 3 Wisp for 9 points.
Yeah. Well, I guess
Or 3 Hummels for 12 points. It's
I guess the thing is their information. They are careful gun stands that can sit there and be, hit on 5s, hit on 6s if they don't shoot. They start dug in.
I can find no redeeming feature.
I think it comes down to the whole East Front thing. If you've got hit on 2s or hit on 3 infantry, rerolling hits isn't that much of an issue.
But they're not hit on 2s and hit on 3s infantry anymore. They're Soviets.
Yeah.
All the Soviets infantry suddenly gone careful or aggressive, and you're like, oh, and they're smaller units because of it.
Yeah.
As in the size of the maximum unit as well. So you're not even hitting that many. And God forbid you try and shoot this at direct fire.
I mean, it's brutal with automatic firepower.
Super.
Who knows?
I don't understand why Anyway, my point is that stuff's moved on since D-Day, and these have stayed the same points.
Yeah.
Even though the stats are all the same and everything's the same, but the targets they're fighting, the armies they're fighting have changed dramatically.
And we've got pack 40 platoon, 2, 3 or 4, 7, 11 or 15 points. I mean, your usual ambush. Then we've got the SS guys. This is the Ardennes SS Panzergrenadier platoon. Is this the same points as the Ardennes?
Okay, you see that's why they are. It must be exactly the same as the Bulge ones, why they call them Ardennes ones. Yeah.
I was surprised they actually put these in. I thought they were just going to refer back to them.
It's probably just because there's only 1 or 2 units. If they did a whole formation, they put them in. But at this point, they just want to have some SS platoons there. It's probably because they named them Ardennes. They should have just named them Late War. Might have done better. And then in SSMGs, oh look, they're fearless. Hooray! For a point a gun.
Super.
And being aggressive. And then you got the same thing.
Mortars are different.
Oh.
Yeah, got up to 6 of them, yeah.
2, 4, 6.
And they're aggressive, but they're still veteran.
Yes.
And fearless, so they are infinitely better.
Yeah. And obviously you can mix and match.
Makes our infantry guns cheaper as well.
Being aggressive. I mean...
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm still not sure you're taking the infantry guns or the mortars. 6 stands of 8 centimeter mortars is quite nice.
That's pretty good for 8 points.
For 8 points.
It's 1 point less than the West, but you're rerolling your hits. Sorry, you're rerolling misses.
Misses, yep.
They are veteran. You've got 6 of them. So you don't care if you lose 1 or 2. They're fearless. They're going to unpin. They still got a 6-inch tactical move, so even if they get assaulted, they can get out of trouble.
Exactly. I think they're money.
Yeah, that's a pretty good choice. Solid. And they got smoke.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge smoke bombardment you can lay down.
Oh, yeah.
7.5 centimeter SS gun platoons, 2 of them for 5 points or 4 of them for 10. Same stats as the previous one. 15 centimeters, 2 of them for 6 points. Meh. Pack 40 platoon, 2 for 6 or 3 for 9. The fearless helps.
3 for 9's fine. It's an ambush unit.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
This is it, baby. This is the one. Volkstrurm platoon. Infantry unit. Local militia. Reluctant with a Volkstrurm last stand of 6+. They're green. They're aggressive, hit on 3s. But you get 9 Kar 98 rifle teams, so rate of fire 1 moving, slow firing. With Panzerfaust, they are limited to Panzerfausts. 9 stands of infantry that count as 0 points for deploying for 5 points.
Add machine gun makes it 6 points.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna. Yeah, of course. I've got some guys charging me. I'll add 1. I'll replace 1.
So replace, yeah.
My rifle team with the MG08/15, which is the 1915 machine gun.
Correct. It's the
With
light machine gun.
really weird mounted bipod that's halfway down the gun, which gives it rate of fire 5/2 for pinned. Oh well, for a point. So yeah, 6 points gives you 9 stands, 8 rifle teams, and a machine gun.
And don't forget the old hands rule on the command means that green becomes veteran for digging in and stuff
For
like that.
digging in and
if you need
stuff.
to.
That's actually really important.
It is really important.
Especially the next unit.
Which is the Jugend platoon.
Hello, child soldiers.
Why are these figures so small?
Yeah, they're tiny.
He's 10mm.
Fearless Green, these guys are reckless, which may be the first German unit is reckless.
It is.
They are 7 Car 98 rifle teams with Panzerfausts for 6 points.
At which point the Panzerfaust is limited to.
Correct.
5 of them for 4 points. Or you can go for 7 Panzerfaust anti-tank teams for 6 points. Is that 6 points or 5 points?
6 points.
It is 6 points.
6 points. They're exactly the same.
And then, exactly the same points. At which point, they are all just Panzerfaust teams.
Yep. So you lose basically 8 inches of range. Wow. But gain unlimited Panzerfaust. You put
12 inches of range.
Yeah. Yeah. So you put these guys in ambush. You pop in ambush. You move forward. You fire your salvo of Panzerfaust. Probably miss because obviously you're slow firing. But if you do hit and bail something, you then assault it.
Yep.
And if that's all you do, you'll almost certainly make your points back.
I was tempted by a formation of these. So 3 Hitlerjugend, all armed with Panzerfaust, and the HQ is 20 points.
A formation of them, like a school day out.
Yeah. They were visiting the museum in Berlin and got
That's
requested.
just mad.
But 20 points for that would be at that point 23 Panzerfaust teams.
That's just
How confident are you in your best spring armor save?
Yeah. Jeez.
Well, this is it. Just as a separate formation to smatter throughout the. You just put them as point defense teams.
Oh, I've got. How many points is that? You said 20. 20 points.
Yeah, three sixes and then a 23.
A 5-point HQ. Yeah.
So, would you like a 6-pack 40s or would you like a 20? You like classes 1 through 3 with Fausts.
You'd have to put that'd be the platoon naming convention, wouldn't it? This is class 3B.
3B.
This is class,
and the Bumblebee class.
Yeah.
What's come to the sound effect?
Yeah, I can't bring myself to do it for this.
Wah. Yeah. I think these and the Volkstrurm I prefer the Hitlerjugend platoon to the Volkstrurm in some ways, because I think the Volkstrurm the temptation is to fire the rifles.
No, the difference is you sit there. I've lost the costs.
Yeah, one is there to sort of sit and slow down the enemy. The other one is actually go active and.
You take 2 platoons of Volkstrurm because they're aggressive and not reckless. So your Volkstrurm sit on the objective, whereas your Hitlerjugend do your ambush as one formation.
Well, the list I was looking at was actually to represent Charlemagne, so you have SS troops to do that as well. So you got SS troops and Hitlerjugend going forward.
See, I think you take this infantry as a core, and that is your objective coverage done, and you spend the rest of your points on tanks, or maybe some do this and the artillery options. There is one option. You got the Volksgrenadier assault platoon, reluctant trained, aggressive, last stand 4+, 8 points.
Straight out of Ardennes, isn't it?
Is that the same Volksgrenadier? Yes, so 7
it's
stands,
much, yeah.
STGs, Panzerfaust 7042s. You can add HMGs, add Panzerschrecks. I mean, it's a lot of points for not a lot of bang, really.
Yeah,
compared to what we've just talked about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'd rather have the Panzergrenadier late platoon at that point, the MGs and that kind of thing, like we're saying. But it's cheaper. So the one thing I miss with this book, compared to the Berlin book, Berlin's got a really cool map showing the actual city centre.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was hoping it would carry across to this book, and it doesn't appear to have done.
Oh, the sectors one.
Yeah, no, the one
The
that
sectors.
the one that actually just shows literally the area around the Reichstag.
Oh yes, I
Oh.
think is that not in Berlin, Soviet?
Oh, maybe it was.
Yeah, it
You're
was in
right.
Berlin
It was
Soviet.
Berlin Soviet. Yeah. No, I apologise. You're right.
So that's the formations, though.
Yeah.
Now we come on to the massive supports. We're only halfway through the book, which is insane.
Don't forget, our PDF. We got all the cards. As well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the number of units is still quite a bit. So the SS Tigers that we're talking about appear here.
Back. Yep.
They're back. Motivation 2+. Yes, please. Skill trained. Yep, as before. Aggressive.
Was
oh
it?
no.
503.
The skill train looks far better when you compare it to that green one, right?
Well, exactly. And then you get 3 of them for 47 points. Thank you for playing. That's my reserve. So 47 points of SS Tigers in reserve. And I'll spend the rest of my points on school kids with Panzerfaust and old men.
No, you don't.
But if you got the school,
kid,
but if you got the school kids with Panzerfaust, you don't need the 3 tigers. You have 2 tigers because you'll have all the points on the table.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh my geez, that's scary.
And actually, I hate to say it because you're starting to become that player, but the 503 was in the centre of Berlin. It was around the Reichstag and was it the Citadel sector?
Yeah.
Right at the very end. So that's where there was Hitler-Jugend doing tank hunting as well with SS Charlemagne units. So you can be that player going, oh, it's not gamey, it's in team.
How many points did you say the 3 platoons in HQ was?
23.
23. So do that twice.
Yep.
Yeah, don't forget the HQ won't count for local militia rule, by the way. So that's 5 points that's going to have to be on board.
Right. Okay. 5 points on board. So do that twice. That's 10 points on board. And you're at 46. 2 SS Tiger 2s. 31, 40, 56, 70. So that's 77 points. With 41 points on board. So you could, you take those 2 for 2, and then you get an extra 20 odd points on whatever you want, and no reserves.
No, you still need some reserves, right?
Nope, because you're deploying less than 60% of your force. Because your militia
zero.
are 0 points. So each formation only counts as 5 points, as Lee just said. So two full out formations of local militia is 10 points. Your 2 tigers are 31. That's 41 points on the board. So you have no reserves. Oh, that's interesting.
This is where I was talking to Martin about the Soviet infantry being so good. Because you need that infantry to fight through all those.
Just to chew through stands.
Yep.
And you've got 2 formation. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
All right. SS 250s. 2 points gets you 2 250-9s with the 2 centimeter guns on top, and then 1 with an MG. Fearless, trained, aggressive, but they've got a counterattack 5 up and a last stand of 4 up because they're scouts. Scout and spearhead, so that's a nice little 2-point armored recce thing. So you can go, oh no, I need to deploy that, closer over here. Poof, done.
Well, as opposed to paying for the Panzer Grenadier
At like 19 million points, yeah.
Stupid.
Volk support units now. The venerable 10.5 centimeter artillery battery, which I've still never seen on a board.
Yesterday's technology tomorrow.
Yes. The day before yesterday's technology tomorrow.
Exactly.
Well, in theory, some of these be their 18/40, which has the Pack 40 chassis and the big muzzle brake.
Yeah, which is really cool. That's a super cool looking gun.
2, 4, 6 guns for 4, 7, or 11 points. Reluctant, trained, aggressive. Meh.
No, thank you.
Again, 3 West for 9 points, and they're veteran and fearless.
Done. Thank you. I'll just take those. And don't get pinned.
I'll take the 6. I'll take the 6 SS mortars for 8 points.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that yes. Yeah.
Jesus, for the same firepower. Oh yeah.
Or 3 stews for 8 points.
Yeah.
Yes.
Almost firepower.
And so on and so forth. Yeah.
You can have some Fallschirmjäger Hetzers if you really want fearless Hetzers.
Of course you do.
They're fearless.
Why is that a question?
Fearless, trained, aggressive, but for when they really matter for counterattacking, they're only 4 up, and in assault they're only 5 up. So
at least they're called tank hunters rather than assault gun platoons. So you don't get the idea of them to assault.
Doom Turtles, which is rate of fire. Sorry, 4 hexes for 15 points or 3 for 11. You can have normal here Tiger 2s.
Why?
But why would you want to?
Why would you want to? Yeah, they're not just worth.
4 for 70 points, bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you really need that veteran?
No. But with your armor that no one can penetrate very easily.
Or the careful, yeah. So.
It just doesn't work.
No.
I mean, maybe if you've got the flank, but it's the motivation that matters.
Yep.
You know, you just don't want to run away from the assault, and then you won't get killed. 250 here, 250s, extra point makes them reluctant, veteran, careful. So scout spearhead is pretty good.
Yep.
Maybe that may be worth it to make them careful scout because then 6s in terrain.
If you're using your recce properly, yes. If they're just literally there for a spearhead and then hide, then yeah.
2, 3, 4 heavy scouts. This is your one can have a pack 40, one's 2 centimeter, or one can be a Stummel for 2 centimeter. The pack 41 is 3 points. The Stummel version is 2 points. Reluctant, so last stand of 6. So the second you lose one of these things, they're really dead. Which is
just like pumas. Yeah.
But I mean, they're not. They are quite cheap, though. I mean, they are cheap.
3 points. Scout spearhead.
Is that a typo? Oh no, it's not a typo. Sorry, it's the Pat 40 versus 7.5.
Yeah,
so
the one that's normally a four gun battery in the recce platoons. In this case, being Presque, they didn't have enough Pack 40s.
Right.
And then you've got a 2-point recce unit that has a triple 15 mil instead of the 2 centimeter. So two MG 250s, and then a large 251 with a triple 15 mil. That's pretty tasty.
Right. Yeah, that's an interesting one because rather than being a 250/9s, it's just all them open top 250s with a 15 centimeter 251. I like that. Cool. So that's an interesting one.
For 2 points, that's your spearhead unit.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
So I wonder if they're going to do a pack for that, or whether that's just going to be buy some drillings.
No, it says given the thing below it, use GBX and GBX. I'm guessing not.
Mix and match packs.
That's really bad. That's really bad then, because the drillings come in boxes of 3.
Yeah.
But you take 2 of them to be your HQs for 2 centimeters in your platoons, and then.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's useful. Then the poor Aufkenlacher 38 T-Scout troop.
I love these things.
3 of them.
I love Panzer 38s, and this is just like, let's put in late war, but make it a recce vehicle by changing its turret.
So 3 of them for 4 points. Full armor 3, confident veteran, careful. Tactical 10, not bad. 4 up cross.
I don't think you're going to see them very often, unfortunately.
Me neither.
I think they're just a bit expensive, and front armor of 3.
I mean, they bounce MGs without worrying. That's a usual. Well, no, that is a usual scout killer, isn't it? It's when you get some plucky MG shots at you.
I mean, front armor 3 is going to stop a 50 cal. It's going to stop a opposing 2 centimeter gun. I mean, 2 pounder on the British armor cars is a bit trickier, but it still gives you a save.
Yeah,
I think 4 points is just a little bit rich, but I get why, and I think you might see them because people think they're cool. Yeah.
I agree. You're paying a 2-point premium for Ruler Cool,
and that's fine. That's quite cheap actually for Ruler Cool.
Martyrs and Martyr 2s, depending if you want front armor 3 or front armor 1, because that is the only difference that I can see. For an extra point each.
I mean, your mod is a glass cannon. This is just a slightly less glassy glass cannon.
Yeah. I mean, it comes back to, like you say, MGs.
Yeah. Being hunted by universal carriers, that kind of thing, yeah.
You then have your Berlin Jagdtiger Tank Hunter platoon. So one Jagdtiger. So finally, you can get Jagdtigers in platoons of 1.
Thank God.
They are 16 points. The ultimate range 48, rate of fire 2, 18. With a 2-up firepower, finally.
It's 17, isn't it?
No, 18.
Oh, 18. No, you're right.
Front armor 17. The only thing that can bow Jagdtiger is another Jagdtiger.
I'm surprised there's no command card to downgrade these to be the 88 equipped Jagdtigers, because obviously
Yeah.
The last production batch had 88s.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you still get front armor 17, but you'd have an 88 instead.
Yeah. I mean, they don't make the model, do they?
It's actually the hardest thing to convert.
If it was on the sprue, yeah, but if it was on the sprue, you'd probably see it. Yeah, confident, veteran, careful, and the usual assault gun, so counterattack's worse. Better last stand for Third Reich, and worse assault value because it's an assault gun. But they are front armor 17, so impervious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
tactical 8. That's pretty good.
One sniping at the back's quite a nice little.
That's just a mobile pillbox, isn't it?
Yeah, a veteran as well. It means you can blitz and things.
Yeah,
you might
all
be
your
able to
stormtroopers
reasonably
blitz, fire 2 shots, shoot and scoop. Gives you an 8-inch movement whilst maintaining rate of fire 2. It's not bad.
Quite like that.
It's not bad. Especially if you can whittle off some IS-2s. One IS-2 a turn can really make a difference. Support units of Yag Panthers. Confident, veteran, careful. Oh my god, these are so expensive. 12 points a tank.
Why are they?
Because they're 18-17. And they're careful.
Mm-hmm.
And they're fast because they're still tactical 10. So they get all of the
cross freeze.
The Phil Yates double whammy punch in the face.
It's a Panther chassis, which, as we know, Phil Yates hates with a passion.
Yeah.
And I just meant you got black box units that cover Yag Panthers as well. I suppose. So having them in support.
These ones are veteran because everything else is trained and special and
confident, veteran, careful. Yeah.
Okay.
This is your vanilla thing. Best unit in the game, I think now. The 8.8 centimeter Waffenträger tank hunter platoon.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them for 11 points, or 3 of them for 17 points. So this is the 80-17 48-inch range, 3-up firepower King Tiger gun, mounted. Sorry.
It's an 88. It's an 88 Marder, basically.
It is an 88 Marder. Front armor 2, side of 0. Oh god, died to machine guns is going to be embarrassing. Top armor 0. Confident, trained, careful though, with Stormtrooper. And a 10-inch tactical. But don't get any ideas because you've only got a 5-up cross.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, do you know what this is? This is the late war version of the Semoventi 90.
Yes. This is awesome. It's so much fun. I can't wait.
It's a cool model.
I've always wanted them. I never got them when version 3 came out. So now they've been re-released for version 4. These are going to be my little 17-point fadunk.
I'm talking of cool models. Next one's even cooler.
I was going to say, I think you'll find this is the coolest model, Eddie.
Klein Panzer once, tank hunter platoon, 3 Klein Panzer once for 5 points.
Take a Bogward, take explosive charge out because no one's that stupid. Mount 6 Panzerfat Shreks onto it.
The small tank bed bug.
Yeah.
I mean, so he's got 6 of them.
Yep.
Fearless, which is hilarious, but counterattack of 5-up. Trained, assault value of 6-up. Careful, front armor 1, side armor 0. 10-inch tactical. 8-inch range. Rate of fire 2/1. 80-11. Firepower 5-up because it's Panzer Shreks.
Yeah. I mean, in a book full of ambush units, this is an ambush unit.
Yeah, but I think if you're not taking angry school children, this is a good ambushing unit. Because that's a lot of Shreks. Yeah. What's wrong with
6 shots only from terrain to be in range. I mean,
behind a wall or something, so it only counts for you. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
5 points, Eddie. You got to do something about them. You got to deal with it.
If they're looking ambush, you've got to worry about them.
That's true.
Yeah. They're tiny as well.
Even IS-2 with bed spring armor, it's
8 versus
not
11.
as worried, but it's still got to think about it.
And I guess 5 points, throwaway unit. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
And they're cool.
They are cool. I'll give you that. Rule of cool. Yeah. Berlin Elephants. You can have one of them for 15 points.
So 1 point less than a Yag Tiger.
Confident, veteran, careful, front armor 16, side 17, side 17, side 7, top armor 2.
So it's got 1 less front armor, 1 less side armor, 1 less anti-tank, and it's only a point cheaper.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to look. Has it got anything better? Nope, it's got a worse last stand. Veteran
Is it assault
careful.
better?
No, because it's veteran, but it's assault 4+. It's careful, so it's the same. Has it got a same tactical
reasons.
cross? Same cross? No idea.
Is it because it's got a machine gun?
No, because the Yag Tiger has a machine gun tank as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So
No.
I was grasping at straws.
History reasons.
Again, all are cool. Because the elephants are cool.
Pack 43 platoon. Confident, veteran, careful. Does what it says in the tin.
And the best unit in the book.
Brumbar assault tank platoon. 2, 3, or 4. 14, 21, or 28 points.
This is just so stupid. Why are they the same
Confident,
points
veteran,
still?
careful. Tank unit, bazooka skirts. Front armor 10, side of 4, top of 1. So direct fire, 16 inches, 87. Brutal, forward, slow, and auto firepower. Artillery, rate of fire of edge tank 3, but a 2-up firepower.
But you need 3, and
bad.
it's 21 points, Eddie, for 3.
Yeah, but they're not. Front armor 10 is nothing to laugh at.
What, in late war?
Well, yeah, it's still better than most things.
This is the zenith, the very top of the ziggurat of absolute dog poo.
So you got a formation, then, right?
Yeah, I will do. But this is the problem because again, it's not changed.
Yeah.
So this is the same points that it's been throughout. Like I think it's Bagration they first appeared. I don't think they're in D-Day, which they should have been, but they weren't. I don't get what he's doing. What's it doing?
I don't know. It's being there because it was much like the 10.5 centimeter artilleries and the Wesps and Hummels, which are all unchanged.
Yeah, fair enough.
And the Panzerwerfer for 42 and the 15 centimeter Nebs.
I've never seen a Panzerwerfer 42 on the table in V4.
Mine are display cabinets. It's just
4 of them for 16 points. For look, something that has the same stat line as the thing beneath it. That is
9 points.
9 points.
Mm-hmm.
Sad panda. Pads 3 OP, 250 OP, some
here and Luftwaffe 88s.
Here and Luftwaffe 88s with a sneak peek of the artillery railway guns. But
I've never seen that where they actually advertise the command card unit in the book. It's kind of cool because it's a really cool picture of the railway guns. But...
Yeah, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Luftwaffe 3.7 on the ground mounts, a point each, not bad.
And in the command cards, you get the twin barrel version as well.
And then the quad 2 centimeters on the ground mount.
Yeah, which is the first time they've been in the book. Previously, they've always been a command card.
Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
And then a single 2 centimeter ground mount. Poor guys.
Yeah, when you're running out of gear, you're.
Yeah.
I've ordered 4 barrels. Nope.
And then we get the Me-262 Sturmvogel for 10 points, Stuka dive bomber, and the tank hunter Stuka.
You know what hasn't come back? The jet
190.
bomber.
Oh, the Araudo.
Yeah,
the Araudo. Yeah, 234 or whatever it was.
I mean, I always hate the fact it was in the game in the first place because it wasn't a close support aircraft. So I'm not going to repeat it.
It came in because it was at Remagen, wasn't it? Because it tried to destroy the
bridge. But
Yeah.
How did that
work out for it?
But it's just like.
I mean, I guess you can use the models as 262s, no real difference.
Yeah. Advert for their new starter set, which I quite like as a German starter set.
It does look tasty.
The tank training one, yeah, it's pretty good. It is pretty good as a combo.
Even if you didn't use it as that and use it as a battle group or something, there's lots of cool stuff in it. Painting guides, German terrain. I think those buildings need to look a little bit more destroyed when they actually are. Yeah. It's far too intact to be a German town. In 1945. City Fighting's back. Got the rules for that.
Yep. Along with the linked campaign, which uses missions from Bagration German, the main rulebook, this book, the D-Day Waffen-SS book, and then this book again.
So good for a club where at least one person's got every copy of the book. So,
so 2 new missions in here: Blood on the Streets, which is city terrain fighting. And basically you have
4x4 sort of table.
4x4, half the board is the defenders with objectives in the middle of their half of the table. 12 inches to the attacker gets 12 inches on. There's minefields and city defence and a whole load of
Was there
extra
minefields?
stuff. Yeah.
It's not in special rules.
The defending
I
player...
I see it number 5. Yeah, okay.
4 points of fortifications, 1 minefield, 1 street barricade, and 1 barbed wire entanglement for each 25 points in the attacker's force.
Got you. That's why it's a fortification thing. Yeah.
So with the fortifications, so you can't take a panther term just as a panther term.
Yeah, if you're playing a mission, yeah. So in the mission fortifications, the panther term is tank turret bunker for fortification.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you must be playing a mission where you have fortifications.
So you can't just take it in a standard list.
No, not anymore.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, when you used to take it in a standard list, it made you a fortified company, and
Then that's a whole different thing, yeah.
it got they're a pain in the ass the tournament TO.
And then we have the night attack mission, not the night attack special rule. Could have called it something else. Which looks like a corner-to-corner breakthrough combined with objectives in every 3 quarters of the board, with reserves coming. It is kind of like breakthrough assault, but with extra objectives.
Yeah, well, it's basically saying you place one objective in one of the defender's table quarters.
Oh,
so it shows
one.
both.
I see. Yeah.
Yes, it's still only 2 objectives, but it's just showing you all the options. Basically.
So instead of placing them, okay.
Instead of placing both in that unused quarter, is spread out.
Goes one into the objective. A recap of the night fighting rules. Hopefully they'll bring back the shooting at night token for the muzzle flashes, because they're pretty cool. And then a Clash of Steel promotion and more shiny toy pictures.
Yeah, I mean, so new kits, as it were, basically the Panzer II and their Wesp/Marder 2 kit.
Other than that, and obviously they're bringing back all of the special infantry and
But like I said, the direct stuff isn't on here, but the Volkstrurm are in, and the Hitler-Jürgen are in, because I'm guessing you buy those directly.
Oh, no, it is, the Volkstrurm's there.
That's what I said, That's what I'm saying, yeah.
They'll be in your friendly local game store.
And more interestingly, both the Volkstrurm and the Hitler-Jugend doesn't say plastic only next to them.
So it must be original metals, yeah.
So hopefully it's the metal.
Maybe they're Sinocast.
No, because they label the Sinocast as plastic.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the mortars and MG42s...
Expectations rising.
Yeah, I think they're going to be metal.
They probably got a warehouse for them from version 3.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, everyone tried buying them, and you couldn't get them for love nor money. They were really hard to get hold of.
They didn't print a lot, yeah.
It's because there's a limited... Berlin was the last book out, wasn't it? So they
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't really do a big run, I don't think, of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, there
so
we go.
Book. We'll look at cards in the next episode.
I think so. Should we scoot through some events?
Yep.
So we got the Salute Wargame Show the 22nd of April in a couple of weeks' time. Super excited about that. If you're going, hit me up. Let me know. We'll see if we can actually going for once as opposed to exhibiting, which should be fun. We've got the April 29th and 30th, which is the Buddingrad Mid-War 101 points dynamic points at Battlefield Hobbies. Going to that. Looking forward to that as well, especially for the curry on the Saturday night. May 14th, Canadian Tabletop Championship Team Yankee and Flames of War event in Ontario. May 21st, Gameology Pasadena Mid-War 95 points. The 10th and 11th of June is Conflict, which is at Battlefield Hobbies in Daventry. Details are to be confirmed. Check the Battlefield Hobbies website. 15th and 16th of July is the Attack at Devices, which is Mid-War 101 points. Part of a multi-competition show with trade stands, demonstration, participation games. That's down at Devices. That's awesome. That was really good last time I went with Ben. That dates it somewhat.
Who?
4th, 5th and 6th of August is ETC Mid-War. Some teams are still looking for mercenary players, so even if you don't have your country's team, if you want to go, play some Mid-War 101 point games, let me know or speak to Santa from Bun and Greg, the Bun Shop Boys, and they can sort you out. 23rd, 24th of September is the Flames of War UK Nationals mid-war again at Battlefield Hobbies. And then at the end of the year, the 11th and 12th of November, it's Warfare Reading at Farnborough, which is late war. And I've booked us a hotel room, Lee. Yeah.
So that means I have to go now, doesn't it?
It does mean you have to go. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's unrelated to the tournament. That's just
it's just the hotel room for us.
It's just the evening entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how many points it is yet? Or is it just...
No, not yet. It's still months away, so...
You need to start practicing.
You
take this really seriously and practice our armies, that kind of thing.
And then change them at the last minute.
Yeah.
Excellent. Joe Duncan.
Yeah.
Go full Gosling.
I'm going to leave this unit in the case and never take it out.
I'll be bringing Hungarians.
Regardless.
Probably. No, I won't. I don't know. Probably not, but taking Soviets again.
Nice.
And killing people with
single player it.
Yeah, I must admit, this year I might suck it up and not take a red and blue list and just bring the Comets.
I want to speak to the organiser and convince them to give extra tournament points to players who bring red and blue, because I think that's worthwhile.
Why?
Because I've got to find a German list I can actually enjoy playing as much as I enjoy playing the Comets.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. SS Tigers, mate, that's where it goes.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Maybe I should go out, yeah.
Oh, it's cheap.
SS Tigers backed up by Volkstrurm.
Oh my God.
How many points to Hitler-Jugend? 6?
Yes. You can
so
have
you can take 4
company.
companies. So I can take 4 companies.
You could.
Is it James running the show this year, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's no
James, don't listen to Eddie when he says about single formations. He's lying.
Yeah, no, that was Ian. I can't convince. I don't have James's emails as much as it weird.
But 4 companies of Hitler-Jugend. Hold on. How many Panzerfaust is that?
Well, there you go. Maybe it should be single formations. Just to prevent this wackiness.
Yeah.
I think we should shoot and scoot on a...
As a reckless 5+. It's got to be a green, hasn't it?
Yeah, green
5+.
Green school kid with the Panzerfaust.
Yeah.
Oh, first table. Reroll.
Oh.
Don't count us on the floor. Don't count. Head goes the HDMI cable either. 6! A 6! See, 5+ rolls. You can pass every single time.
Yep.
If you're a veteran, you never make it. Look, I was veteran. 1. There you go.
Definitive proof.
Oh, the Armoured Train Recommend podcast you've been listening to was Shoot and Scoot. The Flames of War podcast and the team at BreakthroughAssault.co.uk was brought to you by support from Battlefield Hobbies, Dice of War, Frontline Terrain, and extracurricular tank hunting.
I got GCSE in tank
Hold on. That's not quite 100 Panzerfaust, but it's close.
It's not quite.
100 Panzerfaust.
Oh my God. How much would that cost? To the internet. Yeah.
Oh, right. So 3 formations, each with... So it's 5 points for the HQ.
Yeah. And then they're 18 points. It's 23. So you can get 4, and then still have some points left over for a Klein Panzer Vance. Oh my God, can you imagine how terrifying that would be? So hold on, what was that 23? And they've got Panzerfaust. How many Panzerfaust does the command have? 2?
No, it's limited 1, the command.
So that's 22 Panzerfaust. So that would be 88 Panzerfaust.
Well, an auspicious number for a German player.
What is that? Oh my God.